Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Irish column for Sunday, the 9th of November 2025. And thank you for tuning in. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Martin Murphy now in the next few minutes, and a couple of the Shinnin Adina council as well, as it's going to be a packed show here tonight. The Rats have gone down on the Titanic. The Mighty Ducks have been finished, and rightly so. James Conway jumped off as well. He said it seems he was looking for 160 grand a year. Wow. I didn't think his services would be worth that now, to be honest with you. But he was going to sink all of us. Do you remember? We were all going to be sunk, and we were going to be this, and we were going to be that. And then you have Herman Kelly coming out. All the Patriots need to come together, and Malachi Stainton and Gavin Pepper and Derek Bly and this, that, and the other. I can speak for Gavin Pepper, I think. I don't think Gavin's going to be joining anyone. I think he's an independent, and that's the way he's going to stay. But listen, he'll need to tell people that himself. You know what I mean? It's no use me telling people that. But as far as I know, it's not going to happen. But as I said, we have a few bits of stuff to talk about. And I'm just going to kick off with a song that was wrote by Anthony Casey and produced by Ger Delaney. This is a good song, people. Could be the Christmas #1. I'll come back and talk in a minute.
Of Dublin, where our children used to play, where the pillars were blown down and young Helga sailed her away. On a Sunday morning, on a rainy summer's day, at the gates of the GOR, as the tricolours lead the way. Tell me what's the purpose? Tell me what's the goal? Have the men all lost their vision while the state corrupts their soul? Tell me what's the purpose if we can't see the truth? As people form in circles, the divide bleeds on our youth. On the streets of Limerick, where the elder people pray for a time gone without fear, where a treaty was etched in grey. On a Monday morning, another seeded day in May, blue vest of the SND speak on how the profiteer shall pay. Tell me what's the purpose? Tell me what's the goal? Have the men all lost their vision while the state corrupts their soul? Tell me what's the purpose if we can't see the truth? As people form in circles, the divide bleeds on our youth. Of Cork, where the rebels claim their stay, on the grounds of the Grand Parade, where young Collins had his say. The Irish fill the breadline while the state creates the way, and our children are sleeping homeless while sky seems oh so grey. Tell me what's the goal? Have the men all lost their vision while the state corrupts their soul? Tell me what's the purpose if we can't see the truth? As people form in circles, the divide bleeds on our youth.
Well, guys, that's a cracker, isn't it? That's a cracker. I'm just going to bring up Martin there. Hello there, my good man. How are you?
Hey, Paul, how are you keeping? All good?
Good, mate. Yeah, I'm good. Your green screen is a bit to the left of you
I have
there. Right?
I have a choice. You can have where my green screen ends, or you can have me with no arms. 1 second now.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Yeah,
Martin with no
what are
arms.
the
That
other?
couldn't be good.
1 second. Watch. Look, that's what happens if
Yeah.
the.
You look good.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you look like a leprechaun with no arms.
it's a lovely green shirt, but it's completely
Oh,
different to the actual green screen.
oh, the
But
background. No,
it's
you
just
can't
there we
wear.
go.
You
I'm
can't wear
armless.
it. Yeah, you can't wear it. No,
Fuck's
you
sake! But
can't.
it's not even the same green.
It doesn't matter. Once it's green, that's it. You look when I roll down the yellow. Look, it's the same. Yeah, yeah. Lads, we've just hit 500 there. Fair play to everyone. This is going to be a packed show here tonight. There's a lot of people getting called out for the snaky rats they are. So,
It's just
yes. So we're just hit 500 there. I'm just going to put this up here now. Lads, you can watch live on X at Fitzy Dub, at Anthony L. Casey, at Ruggermorph27, at D.A. Laheron, YouTube, and then on YouTube, at Irish Column, at D.A. Laheron, Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, and as always, www.theirishchannel.com/live. And you can buy us a coffee if you want. There you go. You can do that for us too. I'll put up the things now later. I'm just going to cool a few more of these here. Need to have a rant. Feeling very low today. It just hit me all of a sudden, the state of everything. I went to get some fast food this afternoon at 4 p.m. And it was rather quiet in town. It was quiet. Well, I don't know. The police must be doing their job, mate. Yeah, anyone there, if you can repost this, share it and like it and send it out to everyone. Good evening from Camp Blessington. How are you doing? Look, guys, from Blessington. Fair play to everyone. And hello from Clonmel. Yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful song. That's a great song, isn't it? Did you listen to the song there? Yeah. Oh, the Irish Column wouldn't play for us on the telly. That's okay. It's not playing on YouTube. Hey, Anita, how's things, Hunt? Good to hear it. Yeah. Anthony looks so handsome. He hasn't even come on yet. He'll be on in a few minutes. Jesus, Anthony looks so handsome. I'm sick of this Anthony shit, I swear to God. I can't hear you, Martin. Can't hear you. Yeah, you told
I said I knew this was coming about Anthony being fucking handsome and all the usual. So I said, "Fucking, you know what? I'm going to get dressed up tonight." And fucking, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, man. Yeah, you look good. I waited about half an hour before my order was ready and spent the whole time listening to illegal immigrants doing just eat and Deliveroo, chatting in their languages and playing foreign videos loud. It's all over the place, lads. Hello from Clonmel Town. How are you, Dan? How's things? Good evening, one and all. Love the song. Yeah, it's a great song. Irish Warriors, blessed be. Yeah, lads, fair play. Anita Ward, unreal tune. Yeah, thanks to Jer and thanks to Anthony for writing it. Everyone saying brilliant tune. Iha Mockach Dinner. Jer Delaney and Anthony Casey, comrades all. We all have our unity. Aaron Gabra, lads. Yeah, fair play on. Thanks very much. Up the Rovers. The Rovers won today. City beat us today, unfortunately, and beat us well. I actually felt like a complete alien in my own town. Listen, lads, we all feel like aliens in our own town, you know. Good tune. Like, sub, share. Yeah, we're flying up there, people. A lot of people are tuning in tonight because they want to hear what we have to say about all the rats and the snakes and everything else. So I'll wait for Anthony to come on. I think Liam is coming on as well. And double whammy, go on the lads. Yeah. Anne-Marie Purcell. Hello, Martin. Tina and the Crean. Hey, Cork Bill. Anthony Casey. Yeah. Popcorn ready, lads. Oh, I tell you, you'll need it because
it's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be a good one. I tell you, it could be a half an hour doing this one. I know Christ just really pissed me off. Yeah, sneaky. Anita Ward. Yeah, all good. Cup of tea ready. Paul, that's great. Yeah. Hi, Anita Ward. Martin, you're looking very dapper.
Thank you, Christine.
Yes,
I do try.
All right. You don't try. This is the first time you've tried.
I do try. Yeah, you should have seen me at Mishera. You should have seen me at Mishera. I got a taste for the waistcoat at Mishera, and I'm never taking it off. I have 3 of them now, so I'm just going to create a new character that just dresses like this all the time.
Kevin Coyle, popcorn, nachos, chocolate at the ready. I look forward to this one. It's not me calling people out for a change. Listen, Listen, these people have done this to themselves. They've all showed what they wear. You know what I mean? Every one of them. I have a few little notes wrote down here. And also, I don't usually do notes, but this is like Eamon Andrews. I feel like tonight, this is your life.
The Black Book.
Remember that one?
Black Book.
Well, it was the Red Book then, but the Black Book now has all the shit in it now. You know what I mean? Treason 11. My sister likes that. I'll tell her. Yeah, okay. I'll say fair play to 420 for popping down to the camp at Avon the other day. Fair play to everyone who drops down to the camp. If you can't drop down to camp, blessed them. The lads are doing stellar work. Like Squeaky Bum is watching this right now. It's not. Listen, it's nothing you probably don't already know. But we'll see. Me and Paul drowning our sorrows tonight over some barrels of porter. Yeah, because we're Scousers. Yeah. They keep sending me vids of Brazilians.
What did they lose by?
3-0. 3-0. Do you want
against
in the first half? Against Man City. Yeah,
It's soccer ball. It's not a real sport. Get over it.
Yeah. Ken Connolly. Paul, did you see Derek Bly's video yesterday? Shocking. I have it there to play. I'm going to play it now. Derek Bly, the dirty little rat. Yeah. Him calling out people, the neck of him. I tell you. Yeah. All right, everyone. Yes. Hello, Paul Martin. Is Eamon waving at you both from Harmerstown? How are you, Eamon? Fair play. I'll just finish off with these. I got a huge apple pie in the oven. Okay, cool. Happy days. Steady Eddie. The reason, for some reason, I'm getting Brazilians. They go to Italy for a bit, then come to Ireland. Yeah, the official Dublin bitch reposted this stream. Thank you very much. Well, it's flying up there. Geez, we're up to 700 now. It's fucking brilliant. Yeah. Get some whipped cream, Shamrock. 420 is a solid Patriot. Guys, you're looking at solid Patriots here. It's the Mighty Ducks and Captain Birdseye and James Conway and this, that, and the other. Derek Bly, Herman Kelly, Malachi Steenson. They're all the snakes. They're the ones you need to watch out for. And they're all on the sinking ship now. Thanks be to Jesus. Hold on there. What have we got else here? Share. Yeah, keep sharing it out there. So they are bogus asylum seekers, John Wilson. Okay. Evening, Paul, and our wee Martin.
Fuck off.
He's not that wee. Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm playing a character. So yeah.
Noel McConnell. Hello, Noel. Must go get raw milk. How are you, Noel? Fair play to you for tuning in, mate. How's things? The Mighty Cooks, best group of folks in Ireland at the minute. But now we've been vilified, haven't we, Martin? More or less, that we weren't the ones.
I just look, Paul. Just a conversation between yourself and myself. Do you ever get sick of being right?
But nobody had listened at the time. We were the bad guys, you know what I mean? Well, for the people that listen to us, you know what I mean? They know we're telling the truth. But now it's just, I tell you, it's just great. How are you, Noel? Everyone's saying hello to Noel there as well. How's things, Noel? Were you contacted by the Mighty Ducks, Noel, by any chance? Just a quick question. Because we were told a few people were contacted by him, but a friend of mine told me tonight he spoke to him for 6 minutes and that was it. And people were saying that he was involved in the whole lot, and I can tell you categorically that he wasn't involved and he's not involved. That's Alan Fagan, a good friend of mine. Alan is a true patriot, and I was talking to Alan earlier, and Alan assured me that no, he spoke for 6 minutes, asked him what his story was, told him how he felt and what he was doing. And let the truth be known here. Herman Kelly is going around saying that he got the highest vote and up and loud. And the only reason Herman Kelly got the only reason Herman Kelly got the highest vote was because he'd done away with all the competition. Mm-hmm. That's why he got rid of Alan Fagan. He got rid of Tracy O'Hanlon. He got rid of them all. And a lot of them stepped aside so as he could step in as the only candidate. The man is a snake. Anthony Casey, hello, how are you?
Well, how are you, Paul? How are you, Martin? How's things? Can you hear me all right?
Good. Yeah.
We can hear you.
A small bit echo.
Bit of an echo.
Anthony the pop star.
The pop star? Oh, yeah.
That's a great tune, mate. Fair play to you.
Listen, fucking Jared deserves huge credit there. He's fucking, he's so mad for fucking popping out that stuff like that.
Yeah, he's unreal.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's... Some of them songs I've been listening to from Jer, and they're great tunes. And we were in that chat, and I just said, "Here, can you do anything with this?" I wrote it back in June. Played on the guitar, real rough and ready. See what you can do, and that popped out. And the video and all he made.
He's brilliant. He's
brilliant. He's brilliant.
He's a patriot, by the way.
There's a good one. There's a good one. I know he is.
Here's a real one.
Martin Ellis is asking there, Paul, I thought Malachi Steenson was all right. So did I, Jay. So did I. They're all the same, every bleeding one of them. And we'll explain why in the next few minutes. Niall McConnell, hello. Yes. Chris Bourne, what's this? Trio cannot be trusted. Is that us, Steady Eddie? Trio. Oh, this trio here can be trusted. Trust me, mate. And anyone who knows us knows now we can be trusted. We called this out a long time ago. And we called this out last January when Herman Kelly started talking the bullshit and telling the lies. And then Malachi Steenson started going with it. Derek Bly started going with it. Derek Bly was the man who handed over the party to you.
Well, Paul, can I talk about that? Yeah. Do you want me to talk about it now? Yeah. So, look, the way things gone, we've recited this a few times, that a lot of nationalist candidates across the board wanted unity on the ground. And there's a divisive measures put in that were stopping us from doing that. And it was starting to escalate a bit. And there's a crossover of different parties canvassing. And they said, we should be doing this. And us as candidates were saying, can I not shake the hand of my fellow nationalists? Although we're different parties, when we get into the all, we need to back each other's motions, etc. And we were told no, because the leader of your party continues to throw shade on all of us. And I said, but that's not us. Just let you know, we've been advocating against that. And again, like everything I'm telling you, I have the receipts, and you just have to scroll through my Facebook page to see the receipts I brought on Captain Kelly, because Captain Kelly made it very personal. But regardless, we were told that there was one man stopping it. Everyone said, okay, well, table a motion of no confidence. We did that, and they wouldn't allow that to go through. Now, when we left the party, they knew we were in contact with all these other nationalists in different parties. So they were they sent, and people will verify this, find out what Anthony and Martin's party is going to be called, register with the ELC before it, put all these things, a big coordinated attempt. We were brought on to Ireland first. Herman and Derek Bly both shut that party down. That was a way of stopping us politically. You're muted, Mark, yes. Just let me know.
There's another player that's in there that needs to be spoken about, because she's in the background all the time, pulling strings.
Alico
Maguire, and her name is Margaret, by the way.
How did I know you're going to say that?
Yeah, but she has, at the end of the day, whatever Herman did, okay, she supported it or didn't make it go away. And Anthony, you reached out to her on numerous occasions. I asked her to come for a cup of coffee. You asked her to come for a cup of coffee, have a chat, sort it out. We were doing such good work with Ireland First. There was such actual traction behind what we were doing. And Herman Kelly and Margaret Maguire are the two people who stifled that progress. There's nobody else that can be blamed for it, bar those two people.
Well, there's also another very important person. There's another important person who doesn't get talked about enough because he hides in the shadows as well. Eamon Murphy, Eamon Nimurku, John Murphy.
Yeah.
He'll tell you different names, different backgrounds.
3J.
3J, we call him. He was involved with SND Media, by the way, nothing to do with Sinn Féin. He was working with Herman as a lackey. He approached John Malloy to take over Sinn Féin back in December when we were still involved in it. There's this whole thing going on with him where he was pushing out lies about us, massive smear campaign across the whole thing to shut us down. He was trying to convince me to step away from politics, all for Herman Kelly's doing. And this is the thing, when Kieran Kelly came out, this was Herman attacking just with a different face. So these people were trying to shut us down from a long, long time. And Derek Bly was involved with it. Herman Kelly is involved with it. When Michael Leahy and Steenson, all these people were having unity talks, we were put as too extreme. Whether they're involved with it or they're too stupid to realise that they're involved with it is yet to be seen. But it's amazing stuff. So it's very, very interesting how the lies and the people have shown their true colours in the end.
I'm just going to play this. This is a screen capture last night from a space that went on, and this space was a brilliant space. I didn't go on to it because I didn't want to speak. I knew I'd have been called up to speak, and I had no interest in speaking on it because we've been telling people what these scumbags were all along, and I thought, I'm not going up to say it again. People know themselves now, so I'm going to play this now. John Malloy told me last week on the phone he didn't know Eamon Murphy. Bullshit. I was told Eamon and John were trying to take control of the City West movement. Exactly.
Then he
There
told me
you
he
have
didn't
it.
know Eamon. And I said to Eamon SND Media, he's gone very quiet now, but he was inside this other ICA group that no one knows who runs, telling people that I'm getting funded by Sinn Féin members. Not one Sinn Féin member pays anything to any of us.
Mm,
No, and
mm.
there's over 1,000 of them. Every single one of them will tell you that. These are liars. These are state control. They're nasty individuals. They want to get people hurt. They want to get them shut down. They went after my family. So it must be seen, this rhetoric of, can we not all come together? These are agents of the state. These are nefarious entities.
Bullshit. Yeah.
And we haven't seen the last of Captain Birdseye, by the way. He still thinks he's this
No.
globalist funding going on. But I will tell you, just now, kind of who runs Sinn Féin. Eight members of a council run Sinn Féin.
Council. Yep.
And then
Council.
there's admins in the group.
Yep. Equal voting rights. So the council come up with a concept idea, put it to admins for discussion. We get feedback. We take feedback from members, and then the council has a open democratic vote on every single way we proceed. Everything is done by vote. So it's open, transparent. Like I said, there's no hiding, no nothing. It's a case of, and every single person on the council. The great thing about the people on the council is, has anyone ever got butthurt because they lost a vote?
No.
Not once. I've lost, 2-3 votes on ways I wanted to go, and not one of us get butthurt. We just continue with the work, and that is the most important thing. And that's why I think that's why Sinn Féin is feared so much, because it is, as a concept, it's actually going to work. It's going to be the alternate system to the state.
That's it, 100%. This is the lifeline for digital ID.
Sorry, Judy just put in there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Judy just put in there. Jealousy is a terrible thing. And I'm going to be honest with you, it is a terrible thing. And there was no need for anybody to be jealous what we were doing, because we were doing this for our children and for this country. That's what we were doing.
On board.
That's all I ever wanted. Exactly. Come
on board. Help us. Work with us. Sinn Féin is open to allying themselves with any other nationalist entity that exists that we know is doing. We're going to do our due diligence, of course. But if you're doing good work, we're working with you. And we want to work with you, and we want to work for you, with you. And if you want to come and join us, then absolutely
come join us. Anita's just saying there, sorry, I thought it was Anthony. Thanks for letting me know. It's not Anthony. As Anthony just said there, it's a council, and we all have an equal vote.
Yeah, the reason why people think it's me, right? Granted, I've done a few of the videos, but there's other people who've done videos. Herman Kelly, to destroy my name in politics, put out to the papers, because don't forget, he wrote for the Irish Examiner, the Mail on Sunday, that I was a vigilante leader of this. The same way they're trying to dox Justin Barrett and things like that. The same way all these people threw shade on the Cork protest who were going along. See, don't forget, people didn't just hope that this guy, Captain Birdseye, was going to save Ireland. They also went along with all the lies, doxing other nationalists on the ground.
Yes.
That's a very important thing to remember. You know, it's only when the checks bounce that they realize. Like, we have to remember, you move forward in this industry for Ireland. You know, and Derek Bly, the guy who walked away, is done with politics, all this kind of nonsense stuff, sitting there, Unity Talk, sitting on the look. It's very easy to see. It's all in front of you. But I would tell you, don't trust the word of SND Media, Herman Kelly, Derek Bly, these guys.
We will tell you exactly. We will let you know exactly who not to trust.
The truth is here.
Okay? The truth is like the lion, lads. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose, and it will defend itself. I'm going to play this, and I have this down. Do you know what I have this wrote down as? Judas Conway. Let's play this.
Good man. Go ahead, James.
Right. Well, it's the first time that I've ever found that you can ask for proof of funds for an idea. But anyways, I want to finish up. I'm going to make an apology to everybody. I'm delighted that everyone is cleverer than I am. I'm a young man. I'm trying to figure out things. I got caught out in a thing called hope. I thought there was an outside entity that could bring money in to get a movement off the ground. I quite clearly see now that the only outside entities that are interested in Ireland are probably those who want to purchase Ireland. That man is 100% correct. There is no man standing up to this at all. 4th of December, I am on 8 charges for going to an iPads contractor's home. And I wish that there were more men around the country who would be of like-minded quality, but I knew that that wasn't the case because nobody else done it. And there's a few people that have done time and that for documenting things and giving out to people and stuff like that. But I am in essence this evening where I just want to say to everyone, I'm very sorry for believing in this. I want to move on from it. I'll be spending the remainder of whatever time I have between now and however my charges go, preparing myself physically and mentally for what is to come. I wish you all the best of luck in all your endeavours, but I don't see anything politically going anywhere without funding, and quite personally I don't think at this moment in time there's much hope at all. And I think everyone would probably be best served to be getting ready for maybe a hyperinflationary period and a period of very, very violent times. If there isn't enough food and resources to go around and a rake of people who have no physical ties to a country, it can only end one way, and that's badly. I'm sorry that I was short-sighted in going over to the van and being won over by ideas. All right.
People in the chat there are saying, oh, I trust James. I still like James a whole lot. Trust me, guys. Anybody who sells out this country and fellow patriots for money cannot be trusted. I'm telling you now. I don't care that he's going to prison. He's going to prison because he did. He's going to prison for what he did. How many other people are going to prison? There's Paul Nolan going to prison for taking a picture of a refugee. Come on now. You know what I mean? And that guy, all that guy is doing is citizen journalism, like, you know what I mean? So, James, I'm sorry, you're not gonna worm your way out of this one. You turned around 6 or 8 weeks ago when you got on board with Captain Birdseye and the Mighty Ducks that we were meaningless, that you were gonna blow us out of the water. Well, hey, we're still here, baby. Okay. And we have the upper hand here now because none of you can be trusted. I'm gonna just play another one here. Okay, this is the patriot that is Herman Kelly. Okay, I'm going to play this here now. He mentions a couple of names here, and I'm going to address them names as well as soon as we finished.
There's no reason at all why patriots like Malachy Steenson, Gavin Pepper, Derek Bly, Captain Kieran Kelly, and myself should be in separate political parties when our political philosophies are completely the same. I've long been an advocate of people, nationalist people, the sane and sensible, not the Nazis and nutters getting together. Now, today there was a meeting in Mullingar, but some grifter from Kerry called Michelle Keane thought it would be a good idea to dox the meeting and try to prevent it taking place because she wasn't invited. Well, good for her. She probably needed the money. Very positive things going on in Ireland at the minute, and it's basically the sane and sensible Irish nationalists coming together. This time, we're looking to be better organised and better funded. And I'd like to invite all those sane and sensible nationalists who believe in a sovereign independent Ireland with a small state, lower tax, rewarding work and enterprise. Going forward, we need to put the Irish people first in Ireland and make it clear Ireland belongs to the Irish people and nobody else. So, with Captain Kieran Kelly, he's a good friend of mine, he's a good guy, and other sensible nationalists, we can achieve great things. Luke O'Connor, who's chairman of the Irish Freedom Party, he was at that meeting today. He spoke at that in Mullingar. So, we are building, come along, join us in this dance for Ireland. Gora Margatsa, Slán Hispanic, Herman Kelly, President of the Irish Freedom Party. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, so let's address a couple of the people now that he just mentioned there, the true patriots of Ireland. Malachy Steenson, let's go with Malachy Steenson. Okay, what do we know about Malachy Steenson? We know that Malachy Steenson has a Garda informant who works as his bodyguard, who was told about this Garda informant, and rather than deal with that issue, to shut me up, he got the two rats from the north. We know who we're talking about. Planta and that other squeaky gobshite to turn on me and make up stories about me and other nationalists. And then they doxed, one of them actually doxed one of the lads. Now, I don't get on with the fella that whose girlfriend he doxed, but they went and did that to Sean Crow's girlfriend, okay? Then we have, he mentioned Gavin Pepper. Now, Gavin has told me he's staying as an independent, so he doesn't know what these are talking about. I don't know whether he's going to come out and make a statement or not. I kind of wish he would, but people are getting on to me now and asking, what's the story with Gavin? What's this? What's that? Honestly, I don't know. He said he wasn't, okay? So I'm just going with that. Then you have Derek Bly. Let's be honest about Derek Bly. Derek Bly turned on his own people in Cork. And do you remember he tried to block the rally and everything else? And now yesterday they're going to a secret meeting, another secret meeting. Why are you having secret meetings? Why are you doing this? Shilling Adina or Díla Heron or Ireland First, we put it out all over the internet. Come talk to us. Come see us. Secret meetings don't work anymore, lads. And another thing about Derek Bly, he also took $5,000 off the Tates. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yes,
are we talking about money?
Well, we talk about everything here.
Because so many nationalists breached SIPO regulation in relation to taking money for their campaigns. Now, guess who didn't take money during their campaigns? There's three of them sitting here, and we know a few more. Look, the offers were there.
If you remember, Martin, I was blocked. Do you remember, like, a lot of people in the Irish Freedom Party said, Anthony, we think you have a great chance, but we're going to give money to the candidates in Dublin and Louth.
Yeah,
and it more or less just shut me off.
And if you remember, there was the three of us, the two of us that are sitting here with you, blocked that and said, no way. It needs to be divided equally through candidates. Who, what he wanted to do was they wanted to give it to the candidates that had the best chance of being elected, which they reckon was Herman Kelly, me and Dublin Bay North. And make no mistake, people, I did not leave Dublin 15 to go over and run in Dublin Bay North. Herman Kelly rang me and said, Paul, you're the best candidate. You have a better profile than Dermot. And I've nothing against Dermot. I wanted to go and have a chat with Dermot, and Herman Kelly told me, don't go near him. He's a fucking head case. That's exactly his words. He also asked me to run for the MEP seat over there. He said, I'm going to take it off him. He said, he's doing no work. He won't campaign. He won't do anything. I'm going to give it to you. And I said, I won't take it. I said, because I'll be running against Malachy. This is when I was talking to Malachy. I was going to run against Malachy Steenson and Philip Dwyer. And I said, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take votes off anyone. I said, I'll stay where I am. So we let Dermot run the whole lot. And then Dermot came out and said that I was afraid to run in Blanchardstown because of Paddy Quinlan. I don't give a shit about Paddy Quinlan or anybody else. Nobody, none of them people bother me. I couldn't give a shit. I don't care about Sinn Féin. I don't care about any of them. Let them all listen. And that's the truth of what happened. Okay, but let's get back on to Herman Kelly. Herman Kelly was the one who perpetrated these lies at the start. Okay, he's the one that started all this in January when you left, Anthony, or December.
Yeah, the reason I said about Derek Bly is that he told Derek, you had to shut that down because we're going to make way for a Captain Kieran Kelly party. And that's why they also shut down the Irish Freedom Party, and he held it against. And that's why at the end of that, he's signing off as the Irish Freedom Party president. Herman, you're not the Irish Freedom Party president. There's someone need to tell you. It's time to wake up here, you know?
Yep.
And by the way, people, just for more information on this as well, Herman Kelly also took money from the Tates. Okay? And reared up cat about he gave out and slagged off Tracy O'Hanlon for taking money off the Tates. Oh, she's this, she's that, she's this. And then we found out he took it himself. So if SIPO were watching this, or anyone from SIPO are watching this, these people need to be investigated, okay?
Yeah.
Then we have James Conway.
Sorry, go ahead.
James Conway, a snake in the grass, who turned against us. And let's not pull any punches here. Shilling Adina put a thing forward here last year, what we were going to do and everything else. And Conway turned around and said, and you can vouch for this, Martin, and saying, oh yeah, I was thinking of doing that as well. And then he changed everything to suit what we were doing. All of the skinning rabbits and walking on the farms. It was supposed to be, we'd get one farm up and running and then we'll move it across the country. That never happened because every other gobshite ran up and helped Conway to do his farm. You know what I mean? And Conway was looking for 160 grand a year off Captain Board's-egg. So there you go, and 550 quid per video. So there you go, people. These are all the people that were involved in this. All snakes. any of them call a protest anymore, I'm going to be honest with you, I won't be going to them, and I think you shouldn't be going to them either, because they're all fake nationalists. Maliki is a socialist. He wants a communist party. That's what he wants. I was there at the meeting. So was a lot of other people. There's people in the chat here now that was at that meeting. As soon as we heard about this party, we thought, good luck to you. I won't be having any part of this. They wanted to bring Nick Delahanty in. They wanted to bring other people in, and we read up and says, why are you bringing them people in? Them people have nothing got to do with the nationalist movement. You know what I mean? Nothing got to do with it. And then Conway appeared out of his head, caused mayhem. Tom MacDonald walked out of the meeting as well. I sat there to listen to what was going on, and I heard about it. They were talking about McGregor's money. Oh, yeah, we'll be getting money off a presidential candidate, and we'll do a spoil your vote, and we'll... Listen. And what happened there was they all turned on Anthony Casey. You're sitting here, Anthony, you can vouch for this. They all turned on Anthony Casey because you got McGregor's ear. He didn't get McGregor's ear, and this is why they all turned on you.
I think a big part of it, Paul, is look, they were trying to shut us down. It started even before I left the Irish Freedom Party with Eamon Murphy. Anthony should leave politics. And he got a few others to say it to me as well. That was the Herman Kelly bill. Like, when I came into that, there was a bit of pushing me in the Irish Freedom Party, and I think Herman and me didn't get on from day dot. You know, I just shook his hand and said, I don't know what the story is with this guy. And Paul, you remember that. You know, when we were at the Ardèche, Captain Birdseye came on the Ardèche Irish Freedom Party screen in 2024. He actually came on 2023, I'm told, as well. This guy knows Derek Bly a few years. There was a coordinated attack to shut down all the nationalist parties, and they bought up all these people. Like, a lot of people got taken in, and I will tell you, there's a lot of people who aren't being named here, and that also have bought in. And we've no problem saying it. They use scare tactics as well to try and threaten us wherever we go somewhere. They have these minions running around trying to defame you, telling you lies. They tried to gut Sinn Féin from inside and bring their admins across to different versions of Sinn Féin. They're all snakes, and I said it to every single one of them. And all these people, they say this, that, and the other. We tell the truth here, and we'll still turn up the protests. And if you have a problem with it, you say it to our faces. We're here for the love of Ireland. That's it. We can't be bought. We're not being funded. Now, if Irish Americans or business owners who have a love for their country offer funding, absolutely great. Get on board. But we won't be softening the message or changing the message or bringing this more conservative to the left or doxing other nationalists who are on the ground. All that's nonsense. And I said that last night to everybody.
Okay, I'm just going to address that there. That same meeting Gavin Pepper told me he didn't go to. Gavin was there, sure. I got to lift up with Gavin. I don't know why he told you he wasn't at that. I don't know whether he did or not, Kevin. I don't know. But myself, I was there. Ferg was there. Ferg's in the chat there. And Ferg will verify everything I have just said here tonight, because Ferg's another truth teller. You know what I mean? Ferg has distanced himself from all these people as well. There's a few of us have distanced ourselves and got away from all of these so-called fake nationalists. It's all about money for these people. Look at this thing they're going to hold now in January, this whatever it is, 90 quid a ticket for the weekend. Are you shitting me, lads? You know what I mean? You can come here and watch us for free. Well, you can buy us a coffee if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think we should start charging, Paul.
Either lead I set out for what you want to achieve, or just step aside. We're all sick to teeth of this drama. We are doing what we set out to do. Mm-hmm. It's these people that are trying to block us from doing what we set out to do.
We've never wavered from what we want to do.
Never.
And we've tried our best to offer olive branches. We talk in the background all the time. We offer olive branches. We say, you know, let's.
But I don't know why we had to. I don't know why we had to offer olive branches, because we did nothing wrong.
At the start, it's true what Martin's saying. At the start, I reached out, and I'll tell the truth as it is now. I reached out to every party. I was talking to David O'Reilly. I had reached out to Patrick Quinlan. They wouldn't speak to me. I reached out to other parties to say, we're not the enemy, they're in the Dáil. Now, I was naive walking into this 2 years ago, Paul. I thought that these are all nationalists. These are all people in their communities who give a shit about Ireland. That's what I thought. And that's what a lot of people think watching, who are saying, why don't you all just come together, sick of this infighting? That's not the case. That is not the case. There are shills within this movement planted from earlier on. I'm in touch with people in different countries in Europe and in America who say it's the exact same thing. When nationalism arrives, which they create, they want a civil war, they want to introduce surveillance state. They put people in there from the get-go who will divide nationalism, make sure nothing ever comes up, spread lies about people, defame them. I can tell you, like this whole Captain Kieran Kelly came and said, "I'm going to prove that Anthony Casey is an agent of the state." Like, and I think that's the pot kettle calling the kettle black, because he hasn't proved anything. He didn't even say anything about Jim Gavin. He had all this information. He's talking about my father, this, that, and the other on some fake LinkedIn page that got his age wrong by about 20 years that he just made up. Like all this nonsense. But I think, well, I will tell you what's true. He's a Mason, self-admitted. He goes back and forth. Just scroll down a little bit on my Facebook page. Like, we don't say this stuff for the laugh. Like, we were only, for a long time, for 6 or 7 months, we weren't attacking back because it was divisive looking. And we were thinking to ourselves, surely these people can see who these are. Herman Kelly, who wrote for the state media, who works for Brussels, who works for the EU. Look at his Facebook page, working for the European Union. What's his whole ethos? Let's leave the EU. There to photographs of Greta Thunberg and all these people. Kieran Kelly, a Mason, who just appears with his guy liner on, talking about he's going to save the country. All this globalist funding, Dennis O'Brien tied into it, the wild geese with George Soros trying to back it. All this stuff, like, these people are not for the country. And people who are hungry will go after it. That's what we saw. And that's what you saw with people who thought to make a few bob out of it as well. This is it. I'm sick of the traders. Lads, years ago, people knew what to do with traders. And that's what you get nowhere because of it. That's the truth. I got worked up in the space last night because I'm sick of this nonsense. You need to oust the rats so we can move forward. Anyway, regardless of political stuff, we're a few years off from that. Shin Nadina will be doing massive things in the coming weeks. You'll know all about it. Let's give people a lifeline. That's why they're afraid of Shin Nadina, because it's not divided by politics. Because they can divide politics. That's the game plan. But then you have an anomaly that wants to offer people a lifeline that if you say no to the digital credit system, to your gov.ie ID card, like they're bringing in the UK, you will have some kind of option. You'll have a structure in place ready to go. And that's why they're chasing us, because they know that is actually for the people.
But we need help.
Somebody just posted there in the chat there. Somebody just said Captain Boardseye and Herman Kelly are doing a live tomorrow night. They don't do lives. They do this and they'll put it out an hour or two after. They will not give you the option to ask them questions because they have no answers. Captain Boardseye, anyone that asks them a question, there's people in the chat here now that will vouch for this as well. When they asked a question on Facebook, they were blocked on Facebook, they were blocked on TikTok. Whoever asks a question of that fraud, they're blocked. Okay, go for it, Martin.
Just back to Shin Nadina. We need your help. It's as simple as that. We need more people. We need bodies to get involved. We need people with skills. We need people with ideas. We need people with land. We need people with just whatever you can offer. Shin Nadina needs your help. As a very small cohort of people carrying the entire burden of this.
There's a message in the bottom there. Look, Captain Kelly from Soros money. Oh,
yes, we know.
Did you find out about that too? Oh,
I said it a minute ago. Anyway,
also we have Dennis O'Brien's money. Yes,
we look, lads. We look to the viewers, right? We don't say anything unless we have the receipts. We have researchers, we have diggers, we have people who look into absolutely.
This is the funny thing, Martin. They think we're the little fish in the pond here. They have no clue.
Going to be steamrolled over.
Yeah.
Look, anyway. Regardless of that, we'll get back to positive things. Shin Nadina needs your help. We need more people in Shin Nadina. We need more people working in their communities. You literally, there's no sign up, there's nothing. You just join and do you know what? It doesn't even have to be Shin Nadina. Just do work in your own community and look for assistance, look for help, look for support, look for whatever. There's loads of different things in different areas that need to be addressed. But you, the people, have to address it. The three people sitting here, we can't fix everything. We can come up with ideas. We can. Shin Nadina's greatest thing was it was designed to inspire, and it has, and it's going to grow into something absolutely fantastic. It's going to be the best thing that ever happened across the nationalist movement. That goes without saying. But we need more people. We need more people. Just buy in, get your hands a bit dirty, do a bit of work on the ground. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. And you know what's important as well? Like it'll be running workshops. If you want to learn how to be self-sufficient, not only that, it'll help people, Irish people, with housing, homeless. We're doing Shinadine is right now is doing a winter watch for homelessness. That's asking people in all their counties, get out, give a few blankets. There's over 17,000 homeless Irish people right now. Get out, give them a few blankets, coffee, food, whatever you can, anything small. I think that's what's important right now, because the winter months, we know a few people die every year from this, so we need to be watchful of that. So we can only the more people involved in this, the bigger we can make it. You won't get lorded down to. There's no leader who goes in and is waving the finger. It's guys, what can we do? What we have this idea. Can you get involved with it? Do you have the time on such a thing? But a whole new restructure will be going on. And yes, the state will come. Yes, there'll be much more lies told. But be wide, because we'll always have the Irish column, and we'll always tell you the truth here.
Someone is just saying it's heartening to hear that the overall. Sorry, somebody did that there. That
Sorry,
overall,
I did that by accident. Yeah,
that it's being weeded out. The nationalist movement is being weeded out. That's exactly what the Cork rally was about. Exactly what the Cork rally was about, and it weeded out the dirt, and it really did, and the snakes. And the fact that he came out and tried to block it, and he called the protest a week before, spoil your vote protest, that started off as a Grán a hair and one, oh, let's do it for the flags. And then when they seen they weren't getting the publicity or they weren't getting the traction, it was, oh, let's do a spoil your vote. And they got 200 and odd people. And I got text into the group, oh, they got more for that than you did in Cork. I don't think so. I'd say there was about 500 people in Cork. Now, it wasn't a great turnout, but they were all people that you could trust. That's the main thing. I'd rather stand with 500 people I can trust than 10,000 fucking snakes. Excuse me language, sorry.
But just go back to Ger's comment there. Clan are probably the only other, I'm not saying that, but they're an honest, not the only one, but they're a very honest organization. And what Ger and Justin and the guys in Clan are doing, it's honest. It doesn't matter whether you agree with the National Socialism or not, because I actually put a post up there earlier on Twitter that actually basically was National Socialism and asked for feedback on it to get people's thoughts. I got no negative comments on it, none whatsoever on the post. Everybody was just curious, or they were asking, well, what's this? What is this Díl Éireann? Is this that and the other? That people need to educate themselves on what we need to do as a country. Look at all the political ideologies and pull the best of them all. There's nothing good in communism at all. But outside of that, look at every single political ideology and pull the ideas, and we'll eventually find those 5 to 10 talking points that we can all agree on, and we will plow forward. And you know what I mean. There'll be no rats. There'll be no fakes. There'll be no nothing. There will be just true nationalists, true sons of Éire.
Yeah, well
Ken
said,
Connolly
Martin.
is just putting in there. Ken Connolly's just putting in, lads, Martin, I'm not being funny, but would you lads not host a live show somewhere for people to attend? If people are paying €90 to see those idiots, I'd say people would have no problem spending €50 to see you. I would. Fair play to you, but I'll be honest with you, it's very hard to get a venue. It really is, especially if you hear my name, Anthony Casey's name, or Martin Murphy's name, or anything to do with nationalism.
Also,
very hard.
I can tell you now for a fact, there's no way we're ever going to charge 90 quid for you to meet and greet us. Listen, there's no celebrities in this movement. People need we're all made equally in the image of God. That's the truth. Like that's why we're at the protest. Come up and talk to us. If you've heard something and you want clarity on it, I've said this before. Come up and have a chat with us. But charging 90 quid to go and meet and greet and listen to Herman Kelly speak, like, I think you could be doing better than that now.
20 quid.
You can't buy loyalty, Paul. As we have found the traders, we also have found some really good people too, and I'm thankful for that. So am I. And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm on the council of Shinadina. There's 8 of us there, and I trust every one of them with my life. So that's just the way it is. We have found a good group of people there to bring Shinadina forward, and we are bringing Shinadina forward. There's big things. We have stuff in the pipeline, and that's what we're going to do. We'll be bringing Shinadina forward. But as Martin said, we need you to join. This is a community watch group. This is not. And again, community watch groups. Somebody else, what's that one, that the other one that was made up? What was that called? The new one, the community watch group. John Malloy's one. What's that all about? What's that called again? We the People, or
what's
the risen people? The risen people.
Okay, I have to ask a question, right? Because up until very recently, I thought John Malloy was an ally, and I thought we supported. Well, sorry, it's not that I thought we supported every single one of John Malloy's initiatives. I have been to Dublin twice recently in relation to a protest that John has called. I've supported him in every single thing he's called, and now he's essentially trying to steal Sinn Féin members. Am I correct in that, or am I mistaken in that?
No, you're correct. You're correct.
So, like, John, I have to ask you, like, what's the story? You haven't messaged me, you haven't said anything to me. I'm just hearing second and third hand information. You seem to be gone off on a different tangent, but you seem to be trying to harm Sinn Féin. I have no idea why you do that, because Sinn Féin has done nothing but support you in every single thing you've called. I was at your camp out outside the Dáil. I was at the last 2 or 3 times that we tried to actually protest the Dáil. I was there with you, and now I'm hearing that you're actively trying to undermine Sinn Féin by pulling members out of the group. I don't know. Look, fucking message me, give me a call. Like, what's going on?
What's the story? Martin, no, I'm going to be honest, Martin. Let's stop this. Message me and give me a call. These people have been weeded out now. As far as I'm concerned, they are dead to us. We move on and do our own thing. Conway, gone. We used to still talk to Conway. People used to go up to his farm and have a chat with him. He turned out to be a snaky bastard. John Malloy has done the same on us here. People in Sinn Féin have been weeded out as well. So them people are dead to us. As far as I'm concerned, no more. You know what I mean? They've all been given their chances. You get one chance. You get maybe 2 chances. That's it. They've all done the dirt on us. You don't get away with doing the dirt on us. That's the way I am now, and that's it. End of story.
But the question still has to be asked. Why? Why would people who claim to be nationalists shit on their allies and people who have supported them for years? What makes somebody turn like that? I don't. Is it money? Do they get promised something? Is it ego? Is it what makes these people act the way they act? You know, I find it absolutely baffling. The only people I've ever argued with are people who've actually caused me harm, whether it be physical harm or financial harm. They're the only 2 people I ever fight with. If you've actually caused me harm, you're my enemy. But I don't understand why people that we've supported for so long would turn on us for what? Is it shekels?
Yeah.
Is it?
Somebody just sent me a message there. Read this. John Malloy said to me he was setting up Ireland Says No, and it's under Anthony and Justin. John Malloy said nothing to us about setting up anything. John took her, and I got to be honest, we were at Misha Air last Saturday week, and all you were doing was selling merchandise. Have we sold any merchandise? Any of our members that come into Sinn Féin get the jackets off us, and we do that ourselves. You know what I mean? We're going to have to do a few fundraisers now because we're getting more people in. You know what I mean? So we haven't got the money to be paying for all the jackets, but I'm asking people, get on board with Sinn Féin and get on board with Díl Éireann, because we are the party that's going to take us forward. I'm telling you now. Anthony Casey, he's sitting there on the bottom there. He probably should be on the top. But hey, I'll drop Martin down in a minute. He could be a future leader of this country. And
right, I'm gone. I'm ringing Kieran Kelly right now, and I'm sorry now.
There you
I got taken down.
There you go, Anthony.
No, look, this is a big important thing, right?
You know what the great thing is? I've admin rights too, Paul. I know.
Yeah, Paul got taken
I have the power also.
Oh, I tell you, I'm the boss, but he's the leader. I'm the boss.
Yeah, I don't mind being on the bottom.
Go on, Anthony. What are we going to say?
I said this as well, right, the other night. It doesn't matter about personalities. If you're a traitor or you're caught being a traitor to the Irish people, then we're going to call you out. And that's for the good of the country, because I don't want people being led off a cliff like the Pied Piper. I personally don't hate anyone. But if I see you being a traitor, I'll just be cutthroat about it and say, sorry, don't do that, because that's not for us. And that's not for the people. And that's the only reason we're here. It shouldn't be for money. It shouldn't be for how many people, to be the one who brings everyone together, or to be the person who gets the most mic exposure, or to get a few bob in your back pocket for everything else. Like, it has to be for the country first and foremost. That's it.
So hang on there. There's John Malloy in the comments there. Martin, this is not true. There you go. This is not true. Yeah, it's true, all right. We know. Owen O'Sullivan. Massive shout out to Captain Birdseye for exposing the traitors. You have done more for Irish nationalism and should be commended. Fair play to you. I want to get back to this. Martin, this is not true. What's not true, John? What part of what Martin says? Anita, I'm not seeing anything here. There's no message coming into me there. So listen, I can't really read it because I can't. Massive shout out to Captain Birdseye. Lee, it's important that things. John Malloy, bring me in. No, John, you had your chance. And you done the snaky thing on us. You turned on us and you brought these people out of Sinn Féin and made up this other thing, okay? So, I'm sorry. Kevin Coyle, John Malloy told me you didn't know Eamon Murphy, when in fact you do. John Malloy, there you go. John Malloy, you told Kevin Coyle you didn't know Eamon Murphy, yet you do. Tina Lee Crean.
That's Ron Eamon Murphy, S&D Media from the whole movement, please. He is the most loyal. He's one of the guys who behind the scenes with Eamon doing all this damage. Or with
that's it. Tina Lee Crean there. You shouldn't get any chances. You fuck up. That's it. You're out. And that is it. Like, John, I sat and I gave you a platform here. I had nothing but respect for you. And then you go and stab us in the back and do this. And don't say you didn't do it, John. You did do it. Okay. And you did it with Sinn Féin members from Limerick and a few others that you had in the admin chats and the whole lot that tried to pull people out of Sinn Féin. Listen, whoever you got from Sinn Féin, you're welcome to them. Good riddance to them. We know now we can't trust them. So we don't want anyone in this organization that cannot be trusted. So I'm sorry, if you don't like it, you can lump it. End of story. It's their ego, Martin. It's all about egos. What's going on now? You're getting lashed out with text, are you?
No. Oh, fucking hell.
Division will fuck us up.
Anthony, I just seen that in the messages.
I haven't seen anything.
Oh, you don't want that. All right, I need to wash my eyes out.
Oh God. Oh
God.
Did you see it?
Oh no. I need
bleach.
You can't
unsee that one. Sure
oh
you can.
No. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh God.
Jesus, if they're shown, if anyone sees them, oh my
anyway,
God.
People better be nice. That's all I'd say.
Thanks, Paul, Anthony, and Martin, and everyone in the comments. I'm off, folks. K9 time. Still listening in mind.
She's going to kill
Look
you.
out for each other. Blessed
She's
be
going
speed.
to kill you.
Who's that? There's somebody in the background there.
They're my number one to run this country. Paul Fitzsimons, honest as the day is long. Thanks very much, Martin. Thanks very much. I don't tell lies. I'll call it how it is. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've said this over the last few months. If I hadn't have been with Anthony Casey and Martin Murphy from the start, I'd have probably believed the shite as well. You know what I mean? But people don't realise, I've said this umpteen times on the show, it was me who brought Anthony onto the Irish column last year. It was me, it was Herman Kelly who asked me to bring Anthony to the IFP. So this wasn't an agenda from Anthony Casey. You know what I mean? It was me who got Anthony Casey in here. I know everything that happened from the start, and that's why I trust Anthony Casey and I trust Martin Murphy and everyone else with Sinn Féin. So, lads, your lawyers don't work anymore with me. You know what I mean? They might work with the others. Don't work.
They tried every play in the book. That's the truth. When I met Martin Murphy for the first time, Eamon was standing beside him, and Eamon passed off as if he knew him. And I was told by lots of people this is what he does. He kind of he gets into someone, he gets into someone else. This man impersonated me. He tried to sue me over the Sinn Féin name. Sinn Féin name is something I came up with. Truth be told, when the whole nationalism, we thought Herman was out there actually trying to broker a deal to get our party connected to all the other parties. We were all discussing names and stuff like that. And then we wanted to do a community initiative. We all banded together, getting the logo right. We all dug in, the whole lot of us, the council members, what can we make this about? And that's what it was. We made our bones in Athlone. The whistleblower reached out to us. We called it out for them. We were there. We supported them. We were there and we supported the people in City West, even though we got doxed for it. We were there in Roscrea the other night. All that stuff. And there was no one else there in Roscrea the other night, by the way. There was other people putting up under my post. Every time Sinn Féin post goes up, we were there in Roscrea. I'm not saying no one else was there, but wasn't the only groups there. This is nonsense stuff, lads. Be honest about your country. Like, for God's sake, be honest about your country and do something right.
Kevin Coyle, John said everything he's trying is new to the movement, when in fact he took those ideas from Paul, which is me probably, RE, the national shutdown, etc. I called for a national shutdown on the 30th of July this year. I got a bit of traction off a few lads, and then Bly, Kelly, Malachy, and the rest of them all put the block on it. They wouldn't support it. So you're either going to shut down the country or you're not going to shut down the country. This like marching you up a hill and around the corner and bullshit like that, it's not washing. Okay, it's not working anymore. Flame Chef here. Sorry, no, Paul. I paid for a T-shirt, changed phones, and blocked me from Shin Nadina after going on all patrols. I don't know anything about that, to be honest with you. A T-shirt.
Yeah, Flame
okay,
Chef, just let me know. Just use your name and let us know, because we don't have Shin Nadina T-shirts. You won't see one Shin Nadina T-shirt anywhere. There's vests, SND vests, usually blue ones, but no one paid for them. We hand them out for free. So I don't know who Flame Chef is, or you want to say your real name, and we can look into that, because there's no Shin Nadina T-shirts. And there's only very few vests with the emblem on them, and they were just handed out for free. No one has paid a cent for anything in Shin Nadina.
Excuse me. Just to add, the Limerick crew crowdfunded themselves, self-funded, and actually got Shin Nadina merch made up. So they were selling Shin Nadina merch, but basically for their own community, their own area. But the majority of those that crew that were doing that have left. So there was merch for Shin Nadina merch.
They're the same people, by the way, who are now running John Malloy's There Isn't People and selling merch for him.
Have a look at the private chat there, lads.
Yeah.
John, you had your chance to call Anthony's name at the last protest, and Orlando had to correct you for the first time. There you are. That's BS. I'm a member of SND, and we got our vest for free.
Sorry, yeah.
Anyway, look, the reality is that people. There's no issue with anybody being in Shin Nadina and then saying that, you know what, it's not for me, I want to do something else, this, that, and the other. But there has been a couple of times where people have decided that, oh, Shin Nadina isn't for me, I want to be more extreme, or I want to do this, that, and the other, whatever. What you cannot do is try and undermine the organization that started it, so to speak, or gave you a foothold, or gave you connections, or gave you a voice. We're so open. We let people into all different groups, and we network people, and we connect people and stuff like that. If you then use our goodwill against us to go and do whatever you want to do, and I'm sorry, I don't mind with it. I think there should be groups all over the place and everybody looking after their own community, and I don't care what you call it. But if you're intentionally harming us and actually undermining our hard work, and listen to me, it was bloody hard work. Okay, a handful of us built this, and if you start undermining it and pulling people out of it by essentially telling lies and saying, sure, there was rumor that we were sitting in big fucking office chairs, rolling in money, and the council.
Listen, make no mistake about it. There was a coordinated effort to bring down.
I'm just going to drop off for a sec, lads. I just need to listen to a message that's just come in to me. Okay, from
my phone is absolutely hopping.
Yeah. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay.
Look, the reality is that we've got to the point now where, right, we knew there was attacks coming. We knew a lot of stuff was coming. We've dealt with Captain Birdseye. We've dealt with his minions. We've dealt with Herman Kelly. We've dealt with his minions. But a couple of people have actually attacked us from the inside. And look, whether it's malicious or not, or it's people just thinking they can do better or they want to do different things, I don't care. I don't care. You cannot cause us harm. We will not accept it. It's just as simple as that. We will not accept it. And we're going to call you out. Sometimes it'll be done privately. Sometimes it'll be done publicly. We're in this for the long haul. All of us committed to 15 odd years of this. We are going to keep going and keep going and keep going. And if you harm us, there's going to be repercussions. Sometimes it's a phone call. Sometimes it can be sorted over a cup of coffee. Sometimes it can be a chat. But if we feel that you are undermining us and we get information that you're genuinely trying to hurt us, we're not going to let it go. We're just not going to let it go, because Paul Fitzsimons is in war footing. Anthony Casey is in war footing. Martin Murphy is in war footing. We're not here to play. We're here to win. It's as simple as that. So, it's a case of work with us, ally with us, or stay the hell out of our way. Simple as.
Good man, Paul. I haven't met Martin or Anthony, but I have met up with you on numerous occasions, and you have been nothing but truthful. And that is enough to let me know that M and A are for Martin and Anthony are for the Irish. Sure. Yeah, exactly. But anyone that I speak to, and listen, anyone that knows me knows who I am. I'm an open book. They know they can trust me. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, I get sent pictures of people and stuff about people all the time. And if I shared that shit, like, I'm being honest with you, people send me stuff because they trust me and they know it goes no further. You know what I mean? But what I just want to address something here. Ireland Says No. There was an Ireland Says No group set up. I think it was Anita who set it up. John Malloy asked her to come on board. Then John Malloy said that Anthony and Martin were going to front this, that it wasn't political. Now, the Ireland Says No group was nothing got to do with you, lads. Sure it wasn't? Nothing. Okay.
No.
But yes,
I also heard,
you know what I mean?
yeah, no, nothing to do with us.
Lads, educate me here. Why would Malachy want communism in Ireland? Well, socialism, yeah. That's because he's a member of the Socialist Party for years, you know. I'm an English cunt. You brothers need to unite. Era is going down the shitter fast. I'm going to be honest. We're uniting with the people we need to unite with. We're not uniting with snakes anymore.
Yep.
Black booked, John. Yeah. How can we meet?
Yeah, we don't need the Herman Kellys or the Derek Blyes or this, that, and the other. What we found out is they're all in it for the grift. They're in it for money and power and position. That's what they're there for. And there's other people in the background that wouldn't be as well known that are pulling strings and trying to stop nationalism. There's look, I'll be blunt. There's a class war going on as well, right? And people don't realize this. There's schnobs in fucking the nationalist movement as well. There's people who have money or have businesses that think they are better and they know better, and they're no different to the current political class. They think that us mere mortals and mere workers and working class people who just have modest homes and modest incomes, you know what I mean, or maybe we don't even have work, that we're not good enough, that we can only put forward these rich socialites, so to speak. That's just more of the same. It's more of the same. Yeah. Why would any of us want more of the same? We don't want more of the same. Do you know what? I want to go back to a time where the politician was as likely to pull a ham sandwich out of the inside of his suit and start eating it while being interviewed because he was such a common man, as opposed to these bred and WEF type politicians. We just need ordinary people to stand up in their communities and just say that, you know what, we're in charge now, and that's it. And if enough ordinary people stay up, your actual local council means nothing. Your local government means nothing. Your actual Irish government means, if enough people stand up and say, nah, go fuck yourself, we're doing our own thing. We can run our own society, and that's what Sinn Féin is trying to build. We're trying to actually put a little bit of structure and a bit of safety on that concept.
So can I address this here? Sinn Féin announcements even advertised the vest, so why deny it now? Rachel is the one who is advertising merch for the Risen People with John Malloy. She was an admin in the Limerick group. They were doing their own selling of merch. Sinn Féin, go to their website. You won't see any merch available there. And you won't find anyone who bought it off any of us. If they bought it off anyone, you bought it off her. I'm sick of this as well, John. I've seen a few comments and stuff like that as well. I just stay well away if I was you, John. Okay, this is cutthroat stuff now. I'm not interested. We're building our Sinn Féin stuff. And we're moving forward, and everything we say here is going to be the truth, and that's it. So, I don't want to get into the whole screenshot scenario that happens. Let's just leave it at that, because, yeah, look, it kind of winds me up a bit, to be honest with you, lads. I get it. The amount of attacks we've got personally that we haven't spoken about, and the amount of people in shadows saying stuff back and forth is crazy. Like, if you're going to get involved in the nationalist movement, then be for the people first. Don't be about money. Don't be about grifting. Don't be about pulling people out of this, that, and the other to shut down things. Don't be about telling lies, and don't be about doxing people's families either. All that's nonsense stuff. So,
yeah, okay.
Stay out of our fucking way.
Women leader, boom, is the best you could hope for.
I
never had a woman boss, never goes well.
I would actually like to see, if you were talking about leadership of an actual single movement, male and a female leader. I think that would be
all you do fantastic. Is chat. Women are being attacked and children raped, going on too long. Never should have got to this level. It has never, it should have never got to this level. And I agree with you. Women are the backbone of this nationalist movement. Well, there's a lot of women. Like we have women on the council here with us with Sinn Féin who would go through you for a shortcut. don't think that they wouldn't. You know what I mean? And I know that for a fact. We have women in the party who would put their life on the line for this country as well. They are true patriots. These other, the Backstreet Boys, as they said earlier, I have a picture there, the Backstreet Boys. Hi, Orla, been listening, miss some. I trust Anthony too. I trust you all. Don't read. Ah, okay, well then don't read her out then. Anthony or Martin, please call out the murder by vaccination that is occurring. Yes,
look, go onto my Twitter feed and look at our Paul's Twitter feed or Anthony's Twitter feed, and go and look at what we actually share and repost all the time. We've been shouting about this for not 5 years.
There it is. There, Adele Gillick.
Yeah.
Adele Gillick
every day.
Gianna Coffey. Paul does call out the genocide. End of. That is why this country is going nowhere. All political minds lack the humanity needed. You even have it or you don't. Their vision is too small for what we are facing. The spiritual war, their vibration is completely wrong to fight the biggest crimes ever against humanity. They cannot see it. Not their fault, maybe. Thanks. We see what's going on. And we want to get people into power who will go after this Luke O'Neill, who'll go after Varadkar, who'll go after Donnelly for putting and Harris for putting people into nursing homes and killing our elderly. We want that. We want to bring people.
I was standing outside a hotel for 2 hours, 3 hours even, in the pissing rain, fucking last Thursday night, trying to get my hands on fucking Luke O'Neill. So you know, it's not we're chasing this guy around the country at every one of his events, just to try and get him. But he sneaks in the back, or he's there the night before, or I saw him, but I couldn't get near him. We got 2 people into the event, but they were ushered out by security straight away. We cannot even get a question at him. But we'll keep going after him. We'll keep going after him. We'll get him eventually, and ask him some very, very straightforward, simple questions politely. Primarily is, do you have any shame, guilt, or regret for what you did as the main government mouthpiece during the COVID years? I had a very interesting altercation with a lefty down there as well. That was funny. We might throw that video up later tonight.
Angela Leggett, Paul, Martin, and Anthony. These men you can question. They answer truthfully. The others block when questioned, even on simple matters. How can others not see it? People are blind, Angela, to what's going on. People think these other people, these great leaders, like, what are the leaders of? They're leaders of nothing. Spoil your vote, waving a bleeding flag. What have they actually done? You know what I mean? What are they doing on the ground? They get 20 or 30,000 people out and do nothing with those 20 or 30,000 people. And I get it. He's a councillor. He probably can't call it, but he has enough people in his ranks that can call it. So, you know, I am looking for a way. Sorry, I am looking for the way ahead for Ireland. I've discovered here. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, we have been more cutthroat than we have to be more cutthroat than the left. This is serious business now. I agree.
We've been trying that for ages, and the old school gatekeepers of nationalists kept calling us extremists. We're calling for different solutions. We are not going to solve this just through the ballot box, which is as corrupt as fuck. Like, we need alternate solutions, and the so-called leaders of nationalism, they're shitting us and called us extremists when we're actually coming up with real solutions. But again, it goes back to, we need funding, we need help, we need people, we need ideas, we need discussion, we need conversation, we need to bring a roadshow around the country, we need to, we have to wake Johnny Normie up. And that will be done by events. Events will only happen if we have enough bodies to help us with events. You know what I mean? We need a van or some sort of bus to transport bodies around the country for these events. We need gazebos. We need PA systems. We need, like, the 3 people sitting here have lost everything doing this. We've lost everything. I lost I was a wealthy man. I have nothing left now. I lost everything. I lost absolutely everything. Paul in the same boat. Anthony in the same boat. Lost absolutely everything. Can't get employment, can't get work, can't get
family. Family. I don't care about money. My family I've lost through this. My kids. I'm it's sickening what has happened. Like, you know. Yeah.
So look, we've paid our dues, and we don't need to be honest, we don't need to answer to anybody. We don't need to justify ourselves to anybody.
Ken Donnelly there. Hold on there. I have to address this. Paul, Colin McGettrick, a good pal of Malachy's. He was Malachy's poster boy during the elections. He was giving out about you in a group chat. He said you're good mates with Alan Mains. Okay. I know who Alan Mains is. I was on a Zoom call with Alan Mains for the Kulak Says No thing when we got the iPass stopped. But if you're speaking to Colin, ask him how well he knows Alan Mains. Alan Mains is here since 2015, 2016. I didn't know him then. Colin did. Ask him that question next time we're talking to him. I don't want to get into spats with anybody. I don't want to be arguing with anyone anymore. I'm just sick of the bullshit. Tell the truth. I didn't know Alan Mains before you did. I only met Alan Mains once on a Zoom call. I didn't sit down in Kulak Garda Station and have chats with him. Okay, so that's a bit of a stupid question. Jared Delaney, so what if Shannon Adina wanted to make money? No organisation can survive without money. I don't agree with individuals making money, but likes of Shannon Adina needs finances. Yes, we do.
We're addressing that in a very, very, very legitimate way in the near future. So that's not going to say any more than that, but that is being addressed. Yes, of course we need funds. But there's no grifters, there's no, like I said, when anybody ever offers us money, and it has happened, we start digging. We put people on it. Who is this person? Who are the potential? And every single time it's come back, dirty money, Soros money, dirty money, Russian money. It doesn't matter what it is, and we just go, not interested. We'll do this ourselves. But eventually we'll get to a point where we will find some genuine people who may have means, who will offer some small support, and we only need a small amount of support. We don't need.
Check the private chat there, right?
Yeah. I'd say, could do. Look, it could do. I'm not getting into an argument. I've put the question forward as to why do people that we have allied ourselves with harm us? That's the question I've asked.
Yeah. We'll give it a minute.
Let the boss decide. Orla, where are you?
I'm the boss.
Yeah, it's
Gina Coffee. God bless.
It has been like, if you look back at it, we're coming towards the end of the year. 2025 has been an absolute shit show. We started, like, if you go back to, remember January, February, March, we'll say, what were we doing? Yeah. We were sitting basically having Zooms every night of the week, just basically working on policy. We had nothing online, no nonsense, no nothing. We were just literally meeting after meeting after meeting, just working on policy and idea. 4 or 5 of us in a Zoom call, no nonsense, no nothing. And then Herman and Margaret Maguire effed us over, destroyed what would have been a fantastic idea in Ireland First. And literally, we've just been fighting fires since. That's it. The whole year has been lost just with nonsense and rubbish and morons, which is very, very unfortunate. Like
Alan Crowhan there making a comment there. In mid-2022, I was present at a meeting where I learned that Malachy Steenson was having secret meetings with Sinn Féin, and I made it well known after I heard this. Thanks for that, Alan. Fair play to you.
Look, I think it's fairly clear now what way Malachy lies. And look, you know what? He wants to pursue that, off with him. That's fine. No problem. Do your thing. Do not attack us, and do not send your minions to attack us. Because I think we've proven at this stage now, we're a bloody force to be reckoned with. So just go do your thing. Stay away from us. Let us do our thing. We're not going to cross your bloody threshold. You just stay out of our way. And that's it. And if you do come after us, there's consequences.
I have brought in the lovely Orla. Hello, Orla. How are you?
Hey, Orla.
Well, how are you guys?
We all have to be nice now, do we? Stop talking.
No bad language.
I'm gonna jump off now in a second anyway, okay? Because I have to go up early. But
Anthony, I said no bad language. I didn't say no Anthony Casey.
Yeah. Fergus Power, let those without sin cast the first stone, and make sure you step out of your glass houses first. Explain yourselves to nobody, lads. God bless all here. Thanks, Ferg. Fair play to you, mate. Anthony, you're gonna drop off there, are you, mate?
I am, yeah. I just want to clarify something there real quick. That listen, in regards to a lot of stuff, there's a screenshot going around that John Malloy is saying that Anthony Casey and Justin Barrett are setting up Ireland Says No, bringing all the Says No's groups together. That is going around.
Bullshit.
It's going to all different things. I don't have it, but this is the way it's going. So look, that is what's going around. That's not true whatsoever. Also, Eamon, who they're in cohorts with, was going around telling everyone that I set up a reach. Me and Martin Murphy did. And that screenshot was going around for a long time, and they tried to shut that down, and that was nonsense as well. So let's just be wide to who you're talking to. Have a look at them. We'll always come on here and we'll tell you the truth at the end of the day, and we'll take no prisoners when it comes to people leading the Irish off a cliff. So look, thanks very much to everyone for tuning in. Jeez, Paul, there's a massive number there. Orla, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your introduction. Orla's doing great work, by the way. See her out in Port East there today as well. Fair play to you, Orla. Your class, getting out there and doing all your bits. So,
thanks, Anthony. I'll throw you that 50 later.
I'm actually enjoying the movie reviews, Orla.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're very good. Very interesting. Yeah.
And by the way,
I need a break from politics.
I know, but so listen. Look, I'm using your new hobby as my break from politics as well. They're very good.
Are you not sick of looking at me,
Fair
Mark?
play.
Nah,
Fair play to everyone. 1,500 there in the chat, lads. Fair play. Nice one to everyone.
I know what it is. Martin, you got yourself
Christian.
dressed up tonight, and people are just in shock.
Yeah, which?
That's
I
it.
said you got yourself dressed up tonight, and people are just in shock.
I'm dressing like this from now
Thanks,
on.
Evan.
I'm going to buy fucking 3 more of these waistcoats and 4 more of those shirts, and that's how I'm dressing all the time now. It's
All right,
actually,
thanks, Paul.
If you want, no
See you,
problem,
Anthony.
Anthony. I will talk to you later. Cheers,
lads.
mate. Thanks for coming on
See you,
to
Anthony.
sort out the shit. Lads, if anyone wants to buy us a coffee there, that's the Revolut there. You just need to scan that on the screen, and you can send us a $5 or so for a coffee if you could. We got a great reception last weekend. I have to say, we're doing very well. The show paid for itself over our last Sunday's Revolut. So fair play to everyone. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
But we need
Thank
to
you very
keep
much.
getting it, Thanks to everybody.
Yeah.
Fair play to everybody. So thank you. And you can buy us a coffee there. And there it is there. You can buy us a coffee if you want. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. So I have Orla here now. So let's keep strong, Anthony. Yes, everyone is keeping strong. Right. So Orla, we need to go through a load of stuff now. Hi, Orla. Everyone's coming on. Hi, Orla.
Yeah, right.
Calm down, Orla. How are you, Orla?
Hi, Ellen. How are you?
Yeah, thanks, Anthony. Okay, Abercorkin, keep strong, keep strong. Yup, Ono Sullivan, Fitzy, throw up the Backstreet Boys photo. I will in a minute. Let me see. Have I got it? I don't know whether I sent it on to myself or not. Let me check. I think I did. But yeah, Orla, go ahead. What were you going to say there? You're talking. We've loads of stuff. Well, we've another hour to go through.
No,
it,
well,
so.
look, I mean, just have to start on the new stuff. That's it. And Martin, you were down at the protest for Luke O'Neill in Listowel.
Yes.
Yes.
I had great fun. I had great interaction with a lovely,
Good.
wonderful lefty. I hadn't actually been assaulted in a while. I think it was April since the last time I was assaulted. So it was nice to get another one in before the end of the year.
And
But,
how many people do you think went in?
There was another. There's a Listowel Food Fair on the same week, so there was another company doing something else at the same time. So I'm not sure if it was all tied in. So this is interesting. Luke O'Neill's tour has actually been sponsored by the HSE, so he's getting paid by the taxpayer to be at this event. So it wasn't just Luke O'Neill; it was HSE. It was there was a company there doing whole milk product. I can't remember what it's called, but there was a couple of different things going on. But the funny thing was that I was there for about an hour and a half before the event started, and so I watched everybody coming in and out. He was already in the hotel, and I was in the Shinadini gear, so a lot of people thought I was security, so kind of blended. Anybody asked me, I just said, no, I'm here media, which was truthful because I was there as a Irish column roving reporter. White, you know the way I was gone about white liberal women being the most dangerous animal on the planet? Yeah, and that was the audience. 95% of the audience, women between 45 and 80. That's Luke O'Neill's audience. That was the audience that was there. I had one interaction with the guy who was claiming to be he said he was head of ICU in Tralee General. And my God, these people are just completely brainwashed. Absolutely, completely brainwashed. he was just going, "You're just anti-vaxxers, you know nothing." I was like, "Well, actually, no. Here's the studies, here are the facts, here's the information," and none of it would go in. There was that I showed you the video of the lovely lefty woman that I tried to interview, and she went bananas. But they're all nuts. They're all absolutely crazy. But yeah. So look, you know yourself, Listowel says no, do great work. They were out again today in the
yes, they were. So fair play to them.
Yeah, every single Sunday for about 3.5 years. Every single Sunday without fail. Really yeah. No, they're brilliant. They're a brilliant crew. They have a new ally now as well. You know, so they have an extra body.
I actually have a video there from there, so I'm just going to play that now. This is from the other day. Was it Thursday, Anthony? Or Thursday, Martin, was it?
Thursday, yes.
Thursday, yeah.
Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear this. We have the girl who's new to the party there as well in this video. So, hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Tell me if you can hear this.
So we're here, and here's himself. And there's Martina. Hang on. Let me just show you here. Never safe or effective. It's Orla. Say hello.
If we have any spray, we might have to help him. And Rico Jacket like we're meant to be in there.
Excess deaths every month since the rollout of the COVID vaccines. Luke O'Neill never took one. Dr. fucking death. Anyway, so yeah. So these are the guys. These are the guys that were there on Sunday as well that he put on the show. And back to himself.
I'm ridiculously handsome, haven't I?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What was that? Who?
Yeah. Do you have the video of the lefty?
You poor lads just never get a minute from me, do you?
Not at all. Hey, nor should you give us any quarter. Yeah. Nor should you ever give us any quarter. Do you have the video of the the lefty interaction?
Do you send it to me?
Actually.
I thought I sent it to you.
No,
there's from that's from Ger Delaney there now. So what John Malloy said about Anthony and Justin sorting this, Ireland says no. The group, it's myself, Anita, and Crowley. No Casey, no Justin involved in any way. Why would John make up a lie like this? I don't know. Hi, Martin and Orla.
Hey, Avril, how are you?
Paul and Orla. How are you, Avril? I'm down there now. Is there a protest for the hunger strikers this Wednesday? Does anyone know? Guys, I'm not seeing this. Like, they must be on day 48. Like, your body shuts down after so many days. Let's be honest about it, lads. 48 days without food. It's just me. I don't believe it. I'm being honest with you. I don't believe it. And the guy who's there is traveling down to Kerry 3 days a week and going and doing a 12-hour shift as a security guard in an iPass centre. Come on, lads. You know what I mean? How could you, 47 days on hunger strike, be able to travel anywhere? You'd be sitting there on a bleeding drip waiting for the ambulance to come and take you. So I'm sorry, lads. I'm not buying this. You know what I mean? I'm really not.
I think Mary Lou was out talking to them the other day, wasn't she?
I haven't got a clue.
I did. I saw a photograph of it now. I don't know what came of it, but I
love this. This is good. There you are now, lads. Look at that. Isn't that great? The Blackstreet Boys. There you go. All the snakes, all in one thing. Yeah. Thanks for that. Fair play. Yeah, stop sharing that now. Thank you. John Malloy, good night and look after yourself. Okay, Graham. Just about to upside down, Vax will disappear and €9 meals. Okay.
Yeah.
Buy a coffee, you couldn't make it up. Yeah, of course. Right, guys. Ger Delaney, I asked the question, was it political or not? Anita and I had a conversation and she assured me different. So that's the word I heard. I'm not into bullshit. We all have the country to save. Well, you walk away and save it yourself, John, because we won't be working with you anymore. Okay. That's it. End of story. Day 50. Come on. Day 50. Come on, lads. And this is they will be very sick for a long time after. Yeah, well, I don't know. There's one or two of them look a bit sick, but I don't know about the rest of them. Why are they sending millions? That's a bad sign. They should speak all by themselves, not send others. Yeah. I thought he drove the bus for iPass. Well, I heard he's a security guard in an iPass centre. But how could you be going down and working 3 days a week, man? 12-hour shifts and driving your car and bringing your grandkids to school? Lads, I don't know. I just don't know. I heard hunger strikers didn't want anything to do with this side, far right. They said it after a meeting with ministers. Yeah. And it was me who went in. The last storm, it was me who went in. I got them a tarpaulin, a big, huge tarpaulin that went over the 2 tents and everything, and I strapped it up for them with a whole lot. And I was the best thing since sliced bread. Now they don't want to talk to any of us. So,
and Dennis Carr, I was sharing stuff, and we were sharing stuff on this, and trying to get the word out as much as we possibly could because nobody was talking to them.
Yeah, Dennis Carr, you go blind after 45 days. Exactly, Dennis. Exactly. 66, rest in peace, Bobby Sands. Yes. Mary Lou smuggled out pink snacks to them. Okay.
Look, I wish them well in their endeavour. I doubt they're going to get anything from the state unless it suits the state. But look, at the end of the day, it's a noble cause. The people who were harmed by the state deserve to.
They 100% deserve it. I mean, all they're looking for is a medical card and a pension.
Yeah, and whatever.
And in all fairness, the senator is Sarah O'Reilly. She called it out a couple of weeks ago. So she did about what was going on.
Okay, I'm going to just put this to bed here now. Okay, the John Malloy thing. Anthony had to go off. I don't want to bring John Malloy on if Anthony's not here because it's Anthony that knows what to say to him and what to talk about because he has been talking to Anthony or he texts Anthony. So we'll wait until Anthony comes on. We'll organise this probably Wednesday night or next Sunday night, John. You can come on and defend whatever you think you're going to defend. We know the truth, so, you know. Okay, so we'll put that to bed now. Tina Crown. Tina Crown, oh, thank you. I'm just a simple man who wants my nation back. Okay, fair enough, Tina. I don't know what that was about. But Orla, right, we're going to go with a video here now. What we go with first, Orla, because we only have...
Oh, sure, there's any amount of them, so...
We'll go with the update on City West, will we?
Okay.
So it's 2 weeks since this alleged sexual assault of this 10-year-old child. I'm going to keep saying 10-year-old child. Everyone knows a 10-year-old little girl in their life. So we all know what a 10-year-old girl looks like. And now we're reading in the newspaper today that the guards can't speak to this child on this alleged incident. The entire village of Saggart in City West has not moved on from what's happened to this child. She's in our thoughts and prayers every day. There's not a day that she's not mentioned. There's not a day I go to the National Primary School here that somebody isn't talking about it. You'll see the teddy bears and the candles here outside of the City West complex. She's constantly in our minds. And it's also very important to also mention to you that a week after this alleged incident took place of this 10-year-old child, the guys from the iPass Centre were in our village up near the gates of the primary school. It was Halloween evening. I was walking down with my son and they were out drinking on the streets again. When I emailed the security team here in the iPass Centre, I emailed them photographs, faces blurred out obviously, and I got a response from the security team to say, can you please send this across to the Minister for Justice? But the Minister for Justice doesn't answer our emails.
I want the government to listen, Jim O'Callaghan to listen. I want him to put some safety orders for us. And I understand that the riots happened and they were all kept safe in there, and that's understandable, just children in there. But what about our children? What about us that have to live with this? You know, we need safety concerns. We realistically want the convention centre shut down and put a 3-year plan, you know, give us back the hotel. We lost this amenity. We want it back to our village. We want our village back to what it was. This is not a purpose built for our village. It's really not. You know, our village is tiny, and to put that facility in there was so unfair. And, you know, if he has a heart, he would really rethink his decisions. A message to the little girl that this happened to and her family, that our hearts go out to her. Our hearts have been broken that this happened to her. And we'll try our best to keep fighting up here for her and for all our children.
Wow. Fair play to them.
But seemingly there's a lot of talk about how the guards haven't even interviewed the little 10-year-old. So, like, what's going on there?
I don't know. I really don't know.
You know?
Yeah,
it said that the medical staff were preventing the interview. In what I read anyway, which is strange. Now, am I right in saying that the girl was she's heavily autistic, wasn't she?
As far as I know, yeah.
I heard it, but I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, so like
But
it could be a case that but it could be a case that just kind of reliving it might do her more harm. You know what I mean? So they're giving her time and stuff like that, and she'll probably look at. Listen, it's horrific. It's absolutely horrific. There's enough evidence there. Guards, judiciary, do your bloody job, right? Lock this guy up.
I just want to share this here. This is from my good friend Fergus. This guy is Bernard Gloucester. Bernard Gloucester is the CEO of Tusla. Okay? And I'm just going to read this here, Ferg. Yeah. Evil rewards evil. This prick with ears is the ex-CEO, of Tusla, where on his watch, vulnerable children ended up trafficked, raped, missing, and dead. He's currently the CEO of the HSE, oh my God, where children have been left in agonizing pain for years, awaiting scoliosis and other surgeries, who have also died among a myriad of never-ending scandals, cover-ups, and nightmare stories of neglect and abuse. While his criminal cartel handed out millions upon millions to house and feed Ukrainian pets, Irish children were left to suffer needlessly and eventually die. Go and look up the money this dirty, no-good bastard has and is being paid, including his salaries, bonuses, and pensions, to preside over the most heinous atrocities being perpetrated against little boys and girls. It's absolutely vile and sickening. I'm living for the day righteous justice is served on him and every other treasonous poxbottle to our home, and especially all the poor little souls whose lives have been irreversibly damaged through physical and mental trauma, or who have been left to die from willful neglect and managed decline at the hands of the greedy, glutinous pigs in suits, which have been selected to destroy this country and replace the indigenous rightful owners of this sacred land. This is why the gathering at Tusla on the 25th of this month at 12:30 p.m. is such an important event to attend. No matter where you are in the country, it's absolutely vital that we stand together and demand accountability. Not to mention the little matters of democide, human trafficking, ethnocide, fraud, treason, and the other countless crimes all these anti-Irish parasites are guilty of while they live in the lap of luxury, safely tucked away in their ivory towers while we pay for our own rapid replacement. Look at the head on Bernard Gloucester. I wouldn't trust him with a goldfish, never mind a child. His utterly disgraceful and deplorable record speaks volumes for itself, just like that certain highly questionable Judge Nolan we're talking about. Enough is enough. Show up and be counted. She was only 10 years old. This is the hill. Matthew 18:6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged around his neck and he be drowned in the depths of the sea. God bless all. That's the man there. Look, that's him, Bernard Gloucester. Thanks for that, Ferg, mate. Fair play to you.
Cheers, Ferg.
But he's right. He's right.
We highlighted the money that these CEOs are on. It's absolutely disgraceful.
I used to work in these environments. Okay, so your CEO is essentially surrounded by sycophants, people who just tell him what he wants to hear, and then his board or his team or his kind of upper management will surround themselves by lower managers who are also just sycophants and will just say everything is great, everything is fine. The reality is that there is a whole cabal in the civil service of people from CEO down to upper management, down to middle management, that are on massive salaries, that are not doing any work. Yet they will cut the pay, they will cut the terms and conditions and destroy the lives of the actual ground workers, the people who are actually in the filth, so to speak. They cut resources. They'll make the Irish person redundant and hire the African or the Indian because they'll work for a shittier contract. It's as simple as that. And that is the problem with the civil service, that the tier of elites are making a fortune while not actually being held accountable or being responsible for the work, and the ground workers, who for the most part are fantastic people, just get screwed over. And there's a lot of people leaving these industries, the care industries, and they're just being replaced by substandard, subhuman, and just people who couldn't care less about, care used to be a vocation. Being a nurse was a vocation, being a social worker was a vocation. Now there's always corruption, there's always bad eggs and stuff like that, but the majority of people were good, but they're being destroyed by it's as simple as this. It's poor management, and it goes all the way to the TDs running this country, or claiming to run this country. Poor management. The fish, a German once said to me, the fish rots from the head. So basically, we need to fix the TD issue, we need to fix the senior civil servant issue, and we need to fix the upper and middle management issue. Clear out the whole lot, every single bit of it, just gone, and that will be a start.
And they shouldn't be getting the money they're on either. Like, they should not be getting over 100,000. It's absolutely disgraceful.
I don't begrudge any human being doing well in life, as long if you're in the private sector. You will not get 100 grand a year unless you're bloody good at your bloody job. It's as simple as that. You will not be kept. In the public sector, it should be exactly the same. If you want the big bucks, you must get results. There's no accountability whatsoever, and it's a club. It's the same in the guards. It's the same in hospitals, and it's everybody's just minding their own interests and minding the concept of the organization and the system. You know what I mean? They're not actually minding the people. Like they're supposed to. They're just minding the system, because everybody's terrified if the system goes, I won't have a job anymore, But look, there's huge amounts of issues in how this country is run, and again, it boils down to what Sinn Féin is doing. We're going to build an alternative that will be clean, and you know what? People will be held accountable. That's one thing we're good at. We will hold people accountable, and we demand that we are held accountable if we mess up. And that's how it should work.
Well, what's that thing? And it takes a bigger person to admit that they were wrong and say they're sorry than it does to just hide away. Simple as that. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, but there's a difference between mistakes and intentional negligence, just to ensure that the system keeps running, Yeah.
Okay, I want to move on here now to the Irish priest. There's an Irish priest speaking about what went on in City West, and then I want to just talk about this.
My ancestors starved on the side of the same rock in Mayo for centuries, so that I could meddle in affairs of state. I'm a citizen of this country, Irish born and bred, and I'll meddle where I like. Yeah? And the church absolutely has something to say about this, because good government and sound socio-political practices and situations are mandated by our Christian religion, by our Catholic faith. Yeah? And we have a duty to contribute to the good of our society. And our society is not being handled healthily or well. I'm sorry if I'm digging at people who are doing their best. It's an awful thing to say, because you're talking about people who are probably sincere, but their best isn't good enough. And we have a huge problem. Now, before I finish, let me say something else. That girl was raped. That 10-year-old girl was raped. My church has its own skeletons in the cupboard when it comes to the abuse of children, and I'm not denying that. I'm sitting here in the shreds of our moral credibility. Yeah? But I have to keep preaching the gospel even in a situation of disgrace and general disillusionment with the church. And I have to say this straight out. We are not investing in a healthy society with the way we are going. We are only thinking a few steps ahead all the time. It's time for statesmanship. It's time to look much further ahead. But will we do it? You know, they say in the Vatican, pensiamo in secoli, we think in centuries. We seem to think in 4 yearly cycles until the next election. I think something much more impressive is required. Think about it. We don't want any more of this. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy.
He's very good.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah, Father Brendan is very good.
Mm-hmm.
A guy just said that no one's there. I sent this priest video to my father and he listened because he's a priest.
Priest, yeah. But we need more than speaking out.
Good night, Mark. Take care.
Night, Mark. Now, actually, sorry, I saw a message there from Flame Chef about the T-shirt. Flame Chef, was it by any chance an Ireland first T-shirt? It wasn't that.
It was, yeah.
The best thing for her to do is to reach out to Anthony and he'll be able to sort something out, because it probably was the Ireland first T-shirt, because Shinadina doesn't have any T-shirts. They only have like the...
Yeah, it was. And if it was in Cork, it was definitely Ireland first. I seen that earlier. I meant to address that myself.
Yeah. So, now, but if she's looking for one or something like that, just reach out to Anthony, because he's be over that.
There's a lot of people in the comments there talking about different carers and different things in hospitals, the whole lot. I have a video there I'm going to play. There's 514 nurses need to resit their tests in England because it has came out that the place in Nigeria that they did their tests is fake. So let's play this.
Okay.
Hundreds of UK registered nurses must retake their boards after widespread fraud has been uncovered at a Nigerian testing center. They are suspected of obtaining their results fraudulently through the Nursing Midwife Council exam by using proxy testers, stand-ins, to take their tests for them. It was actually Pearson VUE that tipped off regulators. So 515 UK nurses tested at the center, and at least 48 are suspected. And now all of them must retake the test. They're being given 3 chances to take it and pass. If they refuse to take it or fail after 3 attempts, they're going to have to go to an investigative committee. And additionally, 669 of 1,440 who have applied to the UK register after testing at that center in Nigeria are suspected to be fraudulent applicants, and they're also required to take a new computer-based test.
That's unbelievable.
It's happening in Ireland too.
It's happening here too, exactly.
Yeah, I can tell you as a matter of fact. I know somebody working in a hospital somewhere that said there are doctors that they don't believe are doctors, and there are nurses that don't believe are nurses.
I'm telling you now. And if you look, again, we've said this on the show umpteen times, 85% of claims against the HSE are foreign nationals.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Ain't that just great? Frauds. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not just Nigeria, Indian as well. Yeah, I agree. I agree, yeah.
Yeah, we've exposed this already, yes. Sorry,
but all the Nigerians here.
Put up a post, just...
What you say there? Sorry, I didn't see it.
I'm just looking here. I don't know, Flame Chip. I don't have anything to do with Shinadina. Can you, if you're on Facebook or X, can you just reach out to Anthony? He should be able to sort that out for you.
Martin Daly, you didn't try to put people into the corrupt system. You clean your house. I'm going to bring on Liam Butler. Hello there, Mr. Butler. How are you?
Hi, Liam.
How's things? Good to see you.
Hey, Liam. How are you?
How are my favourite people? Are you all good?
You're looking very chilled out.
I am
He's always chilled out. Where's the vest? Where's the vest?
He's looking respectable looking. Leave him alone.
You surely have more than one. It's hardly in the wash, is it? How's that? Is Clamel underwater? Because it's absolutely milling here.
I was driving. I drove into a flash flood.
No way.
I was on the Kilkenny Clamel Road there not so long ago, just before the show, and the water on the road was Jesus Christ Almighty.
Yeah, that's right. I was coming back in Carlow, and there was a stretch of road there just before Glenbower, and it was flooded. Like rain was so bad, the maximum wiper setting wouldn't take the rain off the windscreen.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
Just before I start, has all the stuff been spoken about?
Yes,
we could rehash it. we could do it again.
I want to go over all ground, like what was said, you know.
Yeah.
Well, what was said was said. We sorted out a few things. Yeah, we did.
Anyway, no fish fingers for anybody tonight.
No.
Is anyone having Christmas? No.
Sorry.
Anyone having goose for Christmas?
I think not.
No.
I think
no, the goose is cooked out.
Yeah. Goose is cooked and fish fingers are off the menu.
Yeah. 160 grand. At least he didn't sell himself short. You know what I mean?
There was. I'll tell you what. There's a couple of names that weren't mentioned. I'd like to know who was actually at that meeting in Mullingar that was organised by Margaret Maguire. I'd like to know who was there. Like Carmen said, Luke was there. I wonder who else was there. Who else was at that meeting?
All that will come out in time.
Yeah.
Just give enough time and it always comes out.
Lads, I just want to play this video. This is for the Blessington thing next week. Okay, there's only 6 days left, so it's next Saturday, so the drive's slow, but let's play this.
On the streets of Dublin, where our children used to play, where the pillars were blown down and young Helga sailed her away. On a Sunday morning, on a rainy summer's day, at the gates of the GOR, as the tricolors lead the way. Tell me what's the purpose, tell me what's the goal. Have the men all lost their vision while the state corrupts their soul? Tell me what's the purpose if we can't see the truth? As people form in circles, the divide bleeds on our youth. On the streets of Limerick, where the elder people pray for a time gone without fear, where a treaty was etched in grey. On a Monday morning, another seeded day in May.
Yeah, guys, if you can get out to that, please do. Next Saturday.
I can tell you I'll be in Limerick all day tomorrow, so you're welcome.
Okay, hold on, Martin. We're hold on, wrong one. I'm blading. Stopping. Someone talking in the background there, and Martin didn't mute, but I'm sure we'll be all right. You okay, Martin? I had to mute you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Just loads of WhatsApp messages coming through.
Yeah, I know you have. But yeah, people, if you can get out next week, Alan Croghan talking about nursing homes, guys. I was totally responsible for the breaking of the Leas Cross nursing home scandal with the editor Eddie Doyle of Prime Time Investigates. Yeah, Alan was an investigative journalist. Alan's a good friend of mine. Fair play to you, Alan. Yet you were, and I remember that. I saw all of that, the Leas Cross stuff. Fair play to you. And they were all foreigners abusing the elderly. Yeah, I remember it well, Alan. I really do.
Which we put up those videos. They were horrific.
Yeah, we must get Alan on. I'm going to do an interview with his ma one of the nights. His ma was in Milan Heron, you know what I mean? So she was one of the originals. So I'd say it'd be a good interview with her. She's 80 odd now. She's a lovely woman. So I'm going to do that with her. Remember we said Shinnon and Adina, we were going to go and talk to different people and then show that video. So I'm going to do that now in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, so if you're watching Mrs. Croghan, I'll see you then.
I think another thing Shin Adina should look into is the amount of young people that seem to be dropping dead, especially in sports. Like it's become so normalized now that people don't bat it. But I played sports all my life: hurling, football, soccer, mountain biking. No one ever dropped dead. Now it's almost a weekly occurrence where some 17, 18, 19-year-old has fell down from myocarditis or something similar. And so we all know what's behind it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yes, yet people were still, masses of people are still paying €20 a ticket to go see the likes of Luke O'Neill talk about how great MNRA technology is. There's still an awful lot of people that are just completely oblivious to what the system actually did to them and the harm that's actually been caused to them.
Yeah. But, Martin, I don't blame people. And the reason I don't blame people is because they were subject to military grade psychological warfare. I mean, the conditioning that took place during that time was just off the charts. Like, it was every hour on the hour, every day on the radio. You couldn't get away from it. It was on your phone, it was on the radio, it was on television, it was everywhere.
On the newspapers.
Sorry, Martin, I just sent you a WhatsApp there. Have a look at it for me, please.
And the damage is there now. You can see what makes me really sad to witness now is the amount of old people that's going around still wearing masks. Yeah. Like that's proof of it right there. Like, those people have no life now. They're wearing the masks in their own houses. You know, and there's no one accountable.
Isn't it?
No one will ever face jail. It's just shocking. Absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, I know. But look, there is people, well, some of us are trying to call it out, and there's others trying to call it out, you know. And look, you're just I do think a lot of people have woken up to what's going on. And I do think a lot of people are now seeing it. And if you look at, we'll say the yearly stats in relation to the COVID boosters, and we'll say the flu shots and all that, they're way down. Like, there's even nurses out there and loads of them that aren't taking the shots. Yeah. You know, so I do think a huge amount of people are waking up to what went on. Like,
there's gas. I remember walking into the canteen and work, and they all knew in the canteen at the time that I wasn't after getting jabbed. And they're all telling me to keep away, stay back, etc. Those very same people now are telling me, I got 2, I'm not taking anymore.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of that as well. A lot of people have said that to me, I'm not taking anymore.
I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
No.
But no, I do think there is a shift, 100%. I do think a lot of people are waking up to what's going on. And especially when people are seeing, we'll say, a family member or a friend or somebody with side effects now, you know?
Yeah.
And
that's why a lot of them, after getting 1 or 2, are saying no more, because they know they're not, like, you'll only fool so many people for so long.
But the gas bit was when they actually put it out there that your vaccine would only work if somebody else took it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that was how ridiculous it was. Like, if the vaccine's going to work, it's going to work. It doesn't matter who gets it or who doesn't get it. But, like, they were actually telling people, oh, yours will only work if everybody else gets it.
Yeah.
I just need to address something here.
The best one for me, Orla, was you could have it, but you might know.
Yes, and the no symptoms. That was the best one. No symptoms.
I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit there. Can you hear me?
You know.
Yeah, sorry, Martin. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just need to backtrack there. There's a little bit of confusion in relation to we were
Martin
talking
muted there, no?
Can you hear me?
No, he's back talking.
Yeah.
Is he all right?
Yeah, what's wrong?
Can you not hear me, Liam? Can you hear me, Orla?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Okay. No, Liam can't hear me.
I can't hear him.
I was trying to come in a few times. Just hang on 1 second. I'm going to do something. Let me just try and do that. And then, can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Martin?
Can't hear you.
Strange. Anyway, look, I need to address something anyway. It's for the audience more than Liam. Orla, will you just check if Liam can hear you?
Liam, can you hear me?
I can.
Yes.
Weird.
I can't hear Martin.
Okay. Just Orla, will you just say to Liam that I just need to address something there publicly?
Martin has to address something.
So just in relation to we were talking about merchandise earlier on. Flameshift put in something in relation to merchandise, and we said that we never sold.
He's talking there, but I can't hear him.
He's just talking about the merchandise that was.
There's a little bit of confusion there because
the
person
he's doing something. Oh, okay, right.
The person.
How are you, Orla?
Tell Liam to shut up there for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Martin just needs to say something for 2 minutes.
Yeah, just tell him shut up there.
He's talking to the audience.
Yeah. So there was a comment about.
We're not live now, is it?
We are live.
Tell him shut up. Actually, hold on.
Martin saying just we have to stay quiet for just 2 minutes.
I'll put him down for a minute. Yeah, just for you. So
Liam.
there was a comment about, sorry, Liam can't hear me at the minute. So there was a comment about merchandise. That person who was commenting about merchandise is actually referring to Ireland First merchandise, which we did talk about, and Orla addressed that. We spoke about Shin Nadina merchandise, which I clearly said, and you can go back and look at that. Limerick Shin Nadina crowdfunded and purchased Shin Nadina merchandise and sold Shin Nadina merchandise again for Limerick, and they went all over the country. Fair play to them at the time and stuff like that. There's just confusion there in relation to that. We're talking about an Ireland First t-shirt, not Shin Nadina merchandise. And as I said, the Shin Nadina merchandise was crowdfunded by Limerick Shin Nadina, and the guys involved in that did great work. We spoke off air, etc., about all that. So, like I said, that's where there's a little bit of confusion. The person who was in the comments, we were talking about an Ireland First t-shirt, because there never was any Shin Nadina t-shirts, to the best of my knowledge. So that's that addressed. I'm going to bring Liam up and see if he can hear me now. It's very strange that he can't hear me. Maybe he's just ignoring me. Can you hear now? No, he can't. Will
Can you hear
say
Martin now?
No.
Will you say to Liam to jump out, come out completely of the thing and jump back in again? That might fix it.
Liam, can you completely come out and then come back in again?
I can.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. It's very strange.
And we weren't even talking about the Jews. That's normally kicks it off.
I mean, you were just slagging off Liam, but I mean, he can't hear you, so it's all right.
I wouldn't slag off Liam. Do you know, see the size of him? he'd snap you in two.
One finger, Martin, you'd be gone.
I'll tell you what, there's very few humans I'd be genuinely. I go, no, I wouldn't take that lad. Liam is one of them. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree there, Martin.
He's a big bloke, and his brother's even bigger. So
yes, but two of the nicest lads you'll ever meet.
Of course they are, yeah, and they do fantastic work. But
they do. I joke with Liam. I said he's becoming the new Nick Delahanty.
Oh yeah.
He does fantastic research. Oh look, Paul's back.
Paul, can you hear me?
Hear you? Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I'd say Liam is just taking the piss. He's just sick of listening to me.
Oh Lord!
I'll bring him up. Can you hear us now, Liam?
I can hear you, Paul. Yeah.
Can you hear me, Liam?
Right.
I can hear all of you.
I'm telling you, he was taking the piss.
Here, Liam. Martin said he'll get in a fight with you and he'll take you on.
I did my arse. I said the exact opposite.
He did.
I said the exact opposite. I said there's very few lads that I wouldn't want to tangle with, and Liam is one of them.
Flame Chef there. Martin, I certainly was not talking about Shin Nadina merchandise. Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Flame Chef. Yeah. Cheers, appreciate it. Look, no, there's a bit of confusion going on in the background and stuff like that. So it's been addressed and clarified now, and anybody can go back to the start of the show. I said I was talked about that the Limerick crew self-funded from their own money and produced fantastic Shin Nadina merchandise and traveled all around the country and sold that. But that's not what we were talking about. And look, do you know what? There's a bit of beef there. There's a bit of argy-bargy there. It'll all pass over. It'll all be fine. Everybody go and do whatever they're going to do. I said this on numerous occasions. Shin Nadina was there to inspire, but do not hurt us, because there will be consequences. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? You want to go and do your thing, that's fine, but you cannot intentionally cause us harm. We will not accept that. And that's just the way it is. Okay, we've never lied about that. We're not afraid to take on people or challenges. We don't want to. We'd rather just everybody just get on with us. We're not in anybody else's business. We're just doing our own little thing. But if you harm us, we're not going to sit back and just let you do it. We've worked too hard and put too much into this.
You know what fascinates me, Martin? I'd love to know how these people are going to respond when LAF and the likes of Hope and Courage Collective come after them and put their names on and write their bullshit about them. How will they react? Then they'll know what it's like.
I don't know. I know how many times I've been in the paper. I know what it's cost me. But look, listen, we continue on and we try to be the best version of ourselves, and we can do no more. But we will, like Paul is right. And Paul, I'm actually the softest one out of the lot, kind of going, Jesus, come on, we'll try and fix this and we'll talk to everybody. And you know what I mean? But you're right. You've been right from the start that you just have to cut ties with those that are causing us harm. And you know what I mean? All the chances are done. And look, that's unfortunately it. We just have to cut ties with these people.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm going to this Ken Rowe thing. I'm just laughing, right? I shouldn't be laughing, right? But I was going to turn around. I was going to say somebody's have to call him Paul Miley, right? So what's going to happen there? Is was Miley and Martin going to have a role today?
Jesus Christ.
The Irish column is the new Glen Rowe. Sunday nights will never be the same again. Great show, lads. I know what I love
about Glen Rowe. Miley looked older than his father.
Yeah.
Didn't he burn, huh?
Yeah. Well, holy God.
Well, holy God.
And then there was a fella on it called Dick Byrne.
Yes.
No, the rich guy. Yeah, he was the rich solicitor with the
neighbor, yes.
He had the big house and the land, and he was Mr. Moneybags at the time.
Oh Jesus, no, I'm no biggie.
Remember the reaction that Mick Lally got, the actor who played Miley, when he had the affair with Fidelma.
That's what I mean. That's what I was talking about. Paul and Martin could have a role in the hair.
The man couldn't walk down the street. He was getting accosted by people who were abuse.
Yeah, sure. There was church sermons and everything about it. Sure, the Vatican or the church in Ireland was trying to shut down fucking RTE like at the time, like for how could they? How could this happen?
Oh Lord. What's this?
I'm just going to throw this one in here. Breaking news: President Trump pulls the United States out of WHO, saying America's health policy is decided by the American people. Do you stand with President Trump on this bold move? Yes. We do. 100%.
We said this only the other show. That man is wanted for war crimes in his country, and he's over the WHO.
Yeah, the Tigray National Front, isn't it?
Yeah,
the Tigray People's National Front. Yeah. Scumbag.
He is.
I'll tell what he said. The planet.
Yeah.
What is it I call the WHO? I call it the World Homicide Organization.
I have one more thing I want to read out here from my good friend Fergus Power. Again, I have to say he does some great stuff, and I don't know why he does them so long. It's just to do my head in, is it, that I have to read them? So.
He does, Paul. He just doesn't annoy you, like
Paul. This is good for you. It'll help with all reading, you know.
Yeah.
Isn't it from your man's school for kids who can't read too well and aren't good at other stuff? I think what was it? What was his name?
Zoolander.
Zoolander. Yeah. I got to read this here now, right? And we'll move on. We're nearly finished now. We've only 15 minutes left. But Ferg puts up some great stuff. God, family, and country. Be your own captain and gather your own crew and tribe community and stop looking for leaders. I agree. Mm-hmm. Any self-proclaimed nationalist leaders who place themselves at the forefront and in the limelight will not be your savior. I trust in God and God only, not men who call for unity while having secret and exclusionary meetings and compiling lists and dossiers of people who deem not worthy of a seat at the table or for their voices and ideas to be heard. I couldn't care less about money or fame or all the bollocks that goes with it. I can never be bought or sold because I never lose focus on why I fight, and that has always been and always will be my precious children, theirs to come and their sacred God-given birthright era. I stood outside Mountjoy prison for an innocent man every day because it was the right thing to do. I was there a couple of days with you, Ferg, and you never missed a day. Fair play to you, mate. It certainly wasn't for pats on the back or accolades. I wish nobody knew who I was, that I was left alone to rear my family in peace with my beautiful wife. But the criminal cartel and the Dáil changed all that in 2020 when they stuck their tyrannical noses in my business and started fear-mongering about non-existent big bad viruses so that they could persuade people to roll up their sleeves and place them in a deadly and life-ending, altering medical trial. Going forward, I'm not concentrating on which accounts do not speak up about the catastrophic excess mortality or the fact that over 25,000 of our people have been medically murdered. They never have and never will, which is extremely telling in itself. And at the end of the day, when this is all done and dusted, they will have to answer as to why they were complicit in the cover-up and how they did their part in helping the government. I said at the start of this, with time, everyone in this with hidden personal agendas or self-gain and notoriety for any other nefarious reasons would all out themselves in the end and fall on their own swords. And just look at what God has revealed over the past while. Yeah. Please stop jumping on the next new shiny thing without doing your due diligence. I've said this all along. And looking at who they're associated with and into their past. Most of the time, all you have to do is listen, and these creatures will tell you exactly who they are and what they're all about. I know every real and true person that stood up and put themselves in harm's way without a second thought for their own personal safety, because all they care about is their family, and all that matters to them is their children's safety and the futures and freedom. Fame, money, clicks and likes came into it. And never will I feel absolutely blessed to have met so many special Irish men and women from all over our home these past few years. You are the difference, and I love you all. Thank you. Look at the ones who never wavered or changed once throughout everything, no matter what was thrown at them. The ones who speak up and step up every time without fear of repercussion or person loss, including liberty. Men and women who were there from the very start, out on the streets, who are proven and not just elevated to these apparent great heights out of absolutely nowhere without putting in any real tangible graft to speak of. For me personally, I have everything I need in life under my roof, my faith in God, my wife, our children, and our unconditional love and laughter that we share that has brought us all to get so much closer as a family throughout these unprecedented times. I live and breathe for them all, and there's not a thing I wouldn't do for them and keep them safe from harm. People need to start concentrating on the place they are heading for when they leave this earthly realm, because all of this, as important as it is now, will be absolutely no consequence whatsoever to when you stood in front of God on your day of judgment. He sees exactly what's in your heart. This battle is simply good versus evil, and everything in darkness will be dragged out into the light. God bless Aaron Gabra. For what profit is it to a man if he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul? Mark 8:46. Thanks for that, Ferg. And he's right. And he's right in what he said there. None of us are doing this for personal gain or anything else. You know what I mean? So, and I have to say, Ferg has put himself on the line umpteen times, as has I, as has different other people in this. You know what I mean? Like, we've all been here from the day one. And I'm going to be honest. A friend of mine said it to me yesterday. He said, "You don't have to prove yourself to anyone, Paul." He said, "Everything you've done, people know what you've done." So that's it. Like, as I said, he stood at Mountjoy prison for hundreds of days with Enoch Walk, you know. So fair play, Ferg. Thanks for that, mate.
We are the men and women who wanted to be left alone.
Some of us just aren't interested in money. Like, it just... And listen, coming from a Cavan person, that speaks volumes. What are you laughing at, Liam?
I have to say, what I find brilliant was the fact that the council members of Shin Nadina spotted this deception from day one and called it for what it was, and none of us were interested in jumping on the bandwagon for money, etc. Even though Anthony was accused recently of making $720,000 a year, which gave me some. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Jesus, I'll be putting in my orders for Bulmer, so. Didn't tell us that. This was
the talk, but I have to say, the council knew and they spotted it from day one. They called it for what it is, and it took a bit of time, but it's there now in the open for everybody to see.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
but like, lads, we don't get paid for this show.
No.
We don't get paid for anything. Like, everything we do for free. All the businesses and everything that I promote, I don't get one penny. I don't ask for any money. I do it to try and just do a good thing, because businesses are struggling. Like, we're not in it for the money. We've proven that several times.
Well, there was an interview I watched a while back with the two Kellys, and during that interview, Herman Kelly mentioned that he would love to stop independent councillors and people who are running for independent seats from having things like buy me a coffee, etc., to be able to fundraise. He stated on it that he'd love to stop that.
Yeah. We've just hit 1,700 people. Fair play to you.
For their campaign, you know.
Well, he said would be because that in order to bring people to his party, he'd have to stop them being able to fundraise themselves. Like that's dictatorial stuff. Like
that's the thing about Herman. It's the huge difference between Justin and Herman as leaders, because Justin says straight out, "I'm in charge. This is a dictatorship. This is how it's run. This is how we're doing it," and I have great respect for it. Herman operates in exactly the same way, but he does it so dishonestly. Herman gave the illusion of a Democratic Party, but it was not a Democratic Party. It was the Herman Kelly show, and there was nothing democratic about it. And look, everybody's seen publicly what has happened in the last year and a half in relation to that. But you also now see the people he's tied in with, and the people he's working with, and their vision for Ireland is not nationalism. It has nothing to do with nationalism. They're just more of the same. More of the same. Yeah. More of the same.
You know what interests me greatly in Herman Kelly? Even the other fucking gobshite, that fisherman's friend, right? At least when you look into his background, there's stuff there that you can see. It's in the open. It's been reported on. When you look at Herman Kelly, there's nothing there. It's like as if he existed 10 minutes ago and there's no history of him prior.
There's a couple of snippets. I see when he put up his video, there's a few people in Derry that want him to come back to Derry to have a chat. I'm presuming he burnt some bridges up that end. There's some stuff about some mischief he got up to when he was a teacher
in school.
I don't think he was a very nice teacher to certain youngsters. And there's another small bit of personal stuff that I won't go into, but very, very, very little.
That's what I mean. When you
for a public figure, yeah.
When you see a lack of information about someone that's so public, that's a massive red flag.
Exactly. I'm just putting it up there, lads. If you want to buy us a coffee, there's the Revolut. There you go. I know. Listen, I don't want to be asking for money, but listen, we need to keep this going. This, as you said, it's the new Glenroe. We need to keep Glenroe going. Holy God, let's do it. Thanks very much.
That'll be the new march. Actually, can you put up Joan Flynn's comment there? Just from a couple of a minute ago.
Hold on, I'll stop sharing that. Joan Flynn, where are we?
Just 11:16.
Joan Flynn. But Orla, you're providing a service to people while you're entertaining. Why shouldn't you ask for donations, etc.?
Because I'll tell you why, Joan. This has been said to me a couple of times. Because I don't want to charge. Because businesses are really, really struggling. And if I can help them just in a very small way, you've done something positive. And if I take money for that, it's defeating the purpose. You know, the whole point is trying to help businesses who are, especially, that's why I stick to the small businesses as well. The big ones don't need it. But if you start taking money of these businesses, now I'm not saying, like, I know there's plenty of people like influencers that do, and that's their own choice. But for me, I want to do something positive. There's so much negativity out there that we have to deal with on a daily basis. It's nice just to do something positive. And that's it.
Well said, Orla.
Fair play to you, Orla. Yeah, well said.
Yeah, well said.
Lads, I'm going to play...
Now, listen, in saying that, you lot can buy me Bulmers.
I'll always get you a Bulmers.
Look at that,
I'll bring you on a tour of Bulmers, Orla.
Oh, yeah. I'll come and visit you, Liam. You can bring me to the factory.
Carmel Champagne, I'll bring you there.
There you go. There you go.
I'd still have one.
I'm gonna play the song again, The Devoid of Era. Okay, we played it at the very start. We only had a couple of hundred on. We've over 1,700 on there now at the minute.
That's
and
brilliant.
Fair play to everyone who has tuned in tonight.
I always say,
everyone.
If we don't have viewers, we don't have a show. So thank you to the viewers.
Yeah. I'm going to play The Devoid of Era. It's a great song. Have you heard it, Liam? It's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very good.
Christmas #1. I'm going to play this now. We'll come back. I want to do a Kirsty Gallagher one from the UK.
Oh, yes, from the UK.
Right.
streets of Dublin, where our children used to play, where the pillars were blown down and young Helga sailed her way. On a Sunday morning, on a rainy summer's day, at the gates of the GOR, as the tricolours lead the way. Tell me what's the purpose, tell me what's the goal. Have the men all lost their vision, while the state corrupts their soul? Tell me what's the purpose, if we can't see the truth. As people form in circles, the divide bleeds on our youth. On the streets of Limerick, where the elder people pray for a time gone without fear, where a treaty was etched in grey. On a Monday morning, another seeded day in May, blue vest of the SND speak on how the profiteer shall pay. Tell me what's the purpose, tell me what's the goal. Have the men all lost their vision, while the state corrupts their soul? Tell me what's the purpose, if we can't see the truth. As people form in circles, the divide bleeds on our youth. On the streets of Cork, where the rebels claim their stay, on the grounds of the Grand Parade, where young Collins had his say, the Irish fill the breadline, while the state creates the way, and our children are sleeping homeless, while sky seems oh so grey. Tell me what's the purpose, tell me what's the goal. Have the men all lost their vision, while the state corrupts their soul? Tell me what's the purpose, if we can't see the truth. As people form in circles, the divide bleeds on our youth.
I love that at the end with Michael Collins.
I think we get that up on Spotify. I think it's up on Spotify already.
Yeah, it's very good. Actually,
Paul,
Paul, I know we're finished up, right? 11:18, Chris Bourne's comment.
11:18, Chris Bourne. Hold on. 11:18, Chris Bourne. There's a lot of
we've certainly kicked the hornet's nest tonight.
Have we? We need to keep going, folks. So, Paul, Moily, can get it up,
get it up there.
Wankers. Get it up there,
Chris,
Cynthia.
You are a joy to behold, honest to God. You would cheer anyone up as well.
Yeah.
I have to say, do you know something, right? That's one great thing about this podcast. The regulars we have on the show are absolutely fantastic. Like, I see several of them here, like Fanula and like Vincent and Christine and all them. Like, you are just, thanks for adopting me in. Listen, I'm just having to say something nice about you, Chris.
Alan Croghan,
there's another one, Alan. Like, we have just such fantastic regulars on this show, and you know what? You are a joy. You keep us all going.
I've actually got a couple of messages from people there asking to come on the show that have fairly big X accounts. So I'll tell you off air and stuff like that. So
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. These big X accounts and this and
no. Paul, good people.
Good people. Okay,
Good
fair
people,
enough.
yeah,
Not snakes.
Good people.
Martin for president. Keep up the good work, everyone. Yeah, fair play.
No interest.
Right, I
No
think.
interest.
Yeah, I think we leave. What you call it? Somebody's sending me this in. A Garda Sheer Khan.
Hello, Gardy.
This is funny. Have you heard this one? We'll play this and
shut
we'll
up.
finish it up. Right, this is very funny.
Have we really done 2.5 hours?
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Isn't that mental?
hell.
Just tell me, can you hear this, lads?
You
Okay?
men chat more than women, honest to God.
Yeah, but we're good at it. Right, I'm going to play this here. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Hello, Gardy.
Hi, there's a man outside my window and he's got like a big knife and he's going to kill me.
Right.
Like he's out there shouting Allah Akbar and everything.
What's he shouting?
Allah Akbar.
Allah
Yeah, Akbar.
Akbar.
Yeah.
Right, so you've got a man shouting Allah Akbar outside your window and you feel the need to call the guy. What?
What I'm going to do?
Has he stabbed anyone?
No.
Has he blown anyone up?
Not yet, but he's definitely going to.
Has he sacrificed your lambs?
Like he's on the car.
Don't fucking waste our time again. I'll come around and arrest you, stupid cunt. Hello, Gardy.
Hi. I basically decided to become a trans woman this morning, and my neighbours after telling my cousin's boyfriend that I look like a man.
Right. Hold on a second. What's your address?
Yeah, 69. I'm a lady.
Okay, what's the address for this deal?
He's in number 70.
Have you got his name?
Yeah,
Height?
I do, yeah.
Phone number?
Yeah.
Age?
Yeah, I know.
Eye colour?
Yeah, guard.
Right, there's an all-out APB on that fella.
Oh, thank God for that.
Now, what did he say exactly?
So my cousin's boyfriend told him I was trans now, and he replied, but he looks like a man.
Said you look like a man.
Yeah.
Do you look like a man?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't give him the right to point out the obvious. This is 2025, like, it's not 2024.
And tell me, anyone helping him out?
Well, apparently my cousin's boyfriend sniggered when he said it, and then he posted a tweet about me on Twitter.
Right, what was the tweet? Read the tweet to me.
Yeah, he said, my girlfriend's cousin is a woman now. Congrats, Barry.
Oh, fuck's sake. Right, that's a fucking hate crime. Hold on a second. Hello, Gary.
Yeah, remember earlier about this man on the night? He stabbed everyone here.
Now, is he after stabbing them like,
Yeah, he's after stabbing about 38 people here.
Right, but they were probably asking for it, were they?
No, they went asking for it. There's just been nuns innocently walking up the road. There's blood everywhere here.
Blood everywhere?
Yeah, there's women in it.
Right, and you're ringing the Gardy what?
Justice, like.
No, that's the ambulance you want. Like, sorry about that, Jesus, now. You must be offended as fuck.
Yeah, I'm mildly offended. Can't even concentrate my favorite Netflix show.
We can't be having that. Simon Harris wouldn't have it. Michal Martin wouldn't have it. Our goofy little president wouldn't have it. The Guardian is certainly not having
it. Funny.
But it's funny because it's true.
Yep.
Yeah, it is true. Yeah, it is.
And just before
Guys,
we finish
listen.
up, actually, just in the comments there, two people. Bucket, is it Bucket and Joan Flynn? Great comments tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, great show tonight. Great show tonight, lads. Thank you all. No problem. Take care. Another great show. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie. There's a bad echo. Classic. What's that? Yes. Actually, I just want to throw up something there before we go. I have it here. This is from Kulok, was sent in to me. Okay, I'm going to share this now and read it. So if anyone knows any more about this. My sister was on the 15 bus last night around 4 a.m. at the stop in Kulok village. A young girl got on with blonde hair and a red dress, leather jacket and black tights, covered in mud, screaming she's been raped. She was very distressed. The Gardaí were called, but after 40 minutes of waiting, she left the bus running down the Malahide Road screaming. If people could share this around, because if it was my daughter, sister, friend, I'd want to know, and I think her parents would want to know too. Awful what's going on, and it gets worse every week. So that's cool, lads. Yeah. Okay, guys, we're going to finish it up there now tonight, and great show tonight. Thanks, lads. Yeah. Martin, I'm going to drop you down, and I will talk to you in 5 minutes.
Here's the night from River. He's coming a bit late to the show.
I'll drop you down to you, Orla, and I will talk to you shortly. Okay, talk to you in a minute. Liam, thank you very much for coming on, brother. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Stay down in the green room there. As I say every night, I better change my shit here now. Look, Jesus, the line wasn't rolling there now. I better change it. Boom. There you go. As I say every night when we're leaving here, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.